think about this. How do you make someone do what you want them to do when you're not there? How do you have power over someone to do exactly what you want to do when you're not there?
Release a fake virus.
Alright. He's just done it. He's just bloody done it.
Cut it.
We can't put that.
Alright. So pretty much what I was going to say in the car is last night we were at a certain park and what do we see? Like we saw like these spaceship things. Were they spaceships?
Nah, I'm pretty sure they're satellites.
Satellites.
Yeah.
So basically they were moving from what looked like, how I described it to my cousin was, you know the game Portal?
Yeah, nah,
there's like the portal. There's like, alright, so you have a gun.
Yeah.
And you shoot one portal like an entrance and an exit. And
Yeah,
the game is, you've seen the game.
Yeah, nah, I know what you mean though.
Like you jump into it and you jump out of where you put your exit in and you choose the exit points.
Yeah,
so what it looked like is, for the viewers at home, fucking one entrance and one exit. And what it looked like was like fleets of satellites going through with the exact same space between each other for what was like 45 minutes.
There was some where it changed.
Yeah,
the space between it did change.
There was, There was like gaps in the thing.
Do you notice also the fucking, like the angle changed as well?
Nah.
Yeah, it wasn't going in the same direction either.
You know what? Fuck, bro,
but I think that's probably due to, it could be like the Earth's axis, like tilt or some shit.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
I don't even know, bro. Yeah. But the thing is, nobody had the foresight to record it. So like, all we have.
Yeah, I know. None of us did record it.
All we have is our testament, which like, for those of you that know us, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, what do you? Because you said it was SpaceX, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's SpaceX, like Elon.
But I looked it up and I found fuck all.
What?
I found nothing when I looked it up. I'll do it for research.
Nah, Rohan. I'm pretty sure Rohan looked it up and it said it was fucking.
Yeah, but I couldn't find it because I was trying to explain it to Luca.
True.
And it's just like.
Well, maybe they've gone and blocked. Maybe you found out something you're not meant to know.
Bro, like low key though, because like, did we just see aliens transporting goods from one place to another?
Nah.
Like, what do you reckon? What do you reckon it was? Like, what is a satellite? And the thing is, no,
because the reason I knew it was the SpaceX stuff is because I heard about it previously.
Yeah. But I couldn't find any news articles or anything
about like seeing it in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's like a thing you like. It's like known that you can just see it now.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's why I was so quick. Like, well, initially I thought I was seeing things, and then I was pretty happy when everyone else said they saw it as well. Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah. Why do you reckon it was like look like the portals? Is that because our perspective?
Yeah. I don't know. Just how it would work with light potentially, or it could have been the path it was going on where we saw it, where it was visible.
Yeah.
Maybe that particular orbit was closer to Earth. Like there was some
how
threshold
far away
value.
Would it have been, bro?
I think these are quite far out. These SpaceX satellites. I'm pretty sure.
And what are they for?
I think they're internet.
Internet.
I'm pretty sure.
We already have internet.
No, but I think the idea was I don't know, the satellites that were up there currently.
Yeah.
They weren't able to cover the entire world or like get coverage everywhere.
Is it 5G?
Is that 5G?
Yeah, it's contentious.
Yeah, fuck. I did have a bit of heart palpitations today, mate, but yeah, had a few. But yeah, could have been.
Nah, stuff.
Nah, we'll ring up. We'll leave the heart palpitations to good old Verge. Oh yeah, another one.
Virgil.
Yeah,
what the fuck,
my
bro?
man? What's happened there?
I don't know, man.
What do you reckon about when like famous cunts they'll have like something going on in their life and then they just
cark.
They cark it. No, but like they don't tell anyone about it either.
See, that's the sus part, right? Because if you just say that he dropped dead at 41, it was 41. I think.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Without like a cause or without like saying, because that's what they did with Chadwick Boseman for the longest time.
They canceled.
Nobody knew. Huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I don't know because I think I get what you mean, but then I think like I would probably do the same thing as well.
What? Not tell anyone?
Yeah, because you just get all like you probably just wouldn't want the sympathy from everyone.
It would be a lot of unwanted attention.
Yeah.
But like, just like, bro, like
it is
always it's sus when you have a celebrity death.
Yeah, I know.
From Tupac era.
Yeah,
even before that, bro, like 27 Club shit.
Yeah.
But like, man,
got a target on your back.
What was it? Did you know? It was like some sort of cancer.
It was cancer, yeah.
Yeah. You know me, Tom. I'm like not the first person to accept the
popular
the narrative.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
But I am.
It doesn't really. Not you are, but it's just like, It doesn't really matter, I guess.
Yeah. It's just Virgil. Just made some shit bricks for Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, I forgot.
And he just... pretty much Virgil's work can be summed up in writing in quotation marks on Air Force Ones.
Yeah, but still
fresh.
Yeah.
And he's I didn't know he actually does a bit of DJing as well.
Yeah, you know, he like
it's alright.
Started as an architect. Like, he went to school to be an architect.
Yeah.
And then he somewhere along the way he met Kanye, I think maybe through Don C or something.
Nah, was it Pyrex?
No, his first one. No. He did do Pyrex, but his first one was Ben Trill.
Yep.
I think something like that.
Yeah.
And then bro, this is crazy because back in community days, I used to like start research all this shit.
Spot the gap.
How do I beat Virgil?
Yeah.
So what he did was he found champion blanks. And
he used to
steal them, bro, and just screen print on them.
Yeah. And then it was also the Ralph polos as well.
Yeah,
he put the Pyrex on the back.
Yeah,
and shit
just
like
did a
that.
bit of fucking bit of graph.
Yeah, that's fresh though.
Yeah, see, that's sick. Like the roots of where he came from is sick.
Yeah.
But then like also the environment that he was in.
Yeah, I don't know.
With Kanye and
right.
He blew up through Kanye, bro.
Yeah.
Because like Kanye rocked the Ben Trill and he rocked the Pyrex.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what blew it up.
That's all it takes now for a brand to kick off, you know.
It's fuck. Well, yeah, Kanye co-signs.
I reckon. Yeah. No, not even Kanye, but like.
What other brand has done that?
I don't know, but like
it's all through Kanye, bro. Like in terms of fashion.
Yeah. No, but like I swear, like you just need to get someone with some type of status to wear it.
Yeah.
Like the bigger they are,
but at the same time,
you do,
does that affect you personally? I don't think so. Like if you see someone with a high status wearing fucking Arc'teryx.
I could not give a single fuck.
Yeah, so it's like.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, most people do give a fuck. I reckon a lot of people do wear their clothes just because, like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we're all a little bit, maybe potentially, but like. Yeah, I don't know.
It's part of the consumer mindset, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's also like that's the whole Jordan thing as well.
What, wearing Jordans?
Yeah, wearing Jordans. Like,
bro, yeah, Jordan.
If Jordan was a dead player, no.
Jordan's blowing up recently.
Really?
No, yeah, like Jordan's shoes. Like everyone started wearing Jordans.
Fuck, for real?
Like just all these normie cunts.
It's just like.
Yeah. Oh, probably.
They're gonna cut that. Yeah. Nah, but anyway, those are sick. The turbo. They're like called Turbo Blue. They're like $700.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna tell a story. Alright, so this is the first time I ever got in trouble like properly from my parents.
Yeah.
And what happened was in maybe like year 8 or year 9. I didn't even plan to talk about this, but anyway.
Yeah.
I like met up with someone in St Kilda to buy Prestos.
Yeah.
You know the Trouble at Home Prestos?
Which ones are they?
They've got like lightning on it.
Yeah,
like,
the lightning
they're
Prestos.
Fucking sick, yeah.
Yeah, they're the best Prestos.
Oh my god! So I bought it, $170.
Yeah, that's a steal. That's actually a bit of a steal for a fucking lightning.
Bro, I worked at the cafe.
Yeah.
My parents were so cut.
What with Geary?
That I went to. Wait, what?
With Geary's mate.
Who?
At the cafe.
What? Geary hasn't made him like. What do you mean?
I swear he used to work at a cafe and Geary's mate. Oh no, that was at Coles.
Oh yeah, Jake. Yeah.
He used to talk about it.
He was in the freezer.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
Geary doing.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. Yeah. Bro, that's so funny when you hear like. Stories about your teachers.
That's another thing, because like with teachers, whenever I was a kid at school, you'd struggle to think that teachers have a life outside of like teaching.
Yeah. Bro, I was watching this sick video.
Yeah.
Just before we came here, about why gifted kids also are special needs kids, and it was just this like guy just on like a Twitch stream talking about how he feels his experience as like a gifted child or somebody like a kid that kind of breezed through primary school and high school, and how it creates a kind of for the upper echelon of IQ or the upper tiers of IQ, it creates school doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I think my experiences and yours probably are aligned in the fact that we didn't really have to study until like the wall where we could stop using raw intellect.
Yeah.
Was a lot later than most people.
Nah.
I'm not trying to stunt. Yeah. But that was my experience, bro. So
nah. I'll be honest with me, like I reckon schooling actually was meant for me.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Because, I don't know, like, because as soon as we got to high, I don't know, like, I just took it real serious.
Yeah.
I took school serious since year 7.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, like, I tried from year 7 all the way through to year 12.
Yeah.
And honestly, year 12 was the year I tried the least.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%. I probably was more, like, disciplined with my year 7. Like, obviously,
really?
it's
Why do you reckon?
Nah,
because you've had a massive personality shift, I would say.
Yeah.
In that regard. Not shift.
Yeah, no, I have.
Upgrade.
I reckon.
Side grade. Downgrade.
I don't know.
No.
Side grade, downgrade, upgrade, just to change.
Nah, change. Yeah. No.
Nah, because I definitely reckon like during year 7, relative to the average person, I would have been doing a lot more study.
Really?
And then in year 12, I think I probably would have been doing
a lot less.
Like for someone who was trying to do alright.
Yeah.
Like I think I wasn't doing as much as a lot of other people.
Yeah. Far out.
Yeah. And I think that's because I was able to get smarter because I tried hard in the younger years, and it made it so much easier.
Damn, that's the opposite of me.
So then I saw like I saw you and a lot of other my friends like Josh and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like and Harun as well. Like they had to fucking really like that's when you had to work hard in year 12. Yeah.
Because from prep to year 11.
Yeah, you can't.
Prep to year 10. Yeah. I studied as little as possible.
Taking the pain. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but then.
So what's that? Prep to 10 is like what? 10 years?
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah.
No, 10 years.
Yeah.
11 years.
And I would have tried from prep to fucking year 12.
Yeah. So it's interesting, bro.
Yeah. So it actually did make it easier.
Yeah.
But.
Far out. So like my experience with the whole video and what he goes into is that when you have people that are doing too well, too fast at school relative to everyone else, it creates a lot of a mental impact on them.
Yeah.
For the reason that everyone always tells you have such a high potential.
Yeah.
Because you're evidently in front of your peers.
Yeah.
That creates comparison.
Yeah.
And it also puts you in that gifted box.
Yeah.
And then he says the word gifted is just this word that doesn't operate, it doesn't have any meaning outside of the fact that you're comparing one thing to another. Right? So you can say this thing is gifted, but only because we know that this person is down here.
Yep.
And it just so happens that all the other people are down here.
Yeah.
And it creates like the little space.
Yeah.
And that space is the potential, right?
Yeah.
If you have this people telling you your whole life, you have this big potential, but then you never put in the work.
Yeah.
You never study like the opposite of what you did. Like, what I did.
Yeah.
Which is effectively the opposite of what you did.
Yeah.
Was just like put in work when your raw intellect just like couldn't get you over the line anymore.
Yep.
And how that creates a bit of like problems.
I think people even found that when they were going into uni. Like I heard that was a thing.
Yeah.
Like people on like, was it Unimob love letters or some shit like that? Someone will just be like, is anyone else feeling like me? Like, year 12 was so easy, but now I'm doing university and it's so hard.
Yeah, like burnt out as well.
Yeah.
Because they also become perfectionists a lot of the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you get so caught up with 99, 98, 94.
Yeah.
And then you get to a place where you're like, I've never had to work hard to get anything. Yeah. Or like academically.
And it's hard for them not even to get that 99. It's hard for them to get
for me, bro. Like I'm dealing with it because like I don't do any work at uni, and I still skate by for right now.
Yeah.
But like, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. First semester was a bit of a how you going for me.
Oh mate.
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
Second sem.
Just skated through. Shifted it when
you
you felt
few
like.
fails, few Fs.
Oh really?
Out and about. Yeah.
Fuck. It's alright.
Nah. Yeah, it's alright though. But that's another thing you got to realise with uni. Everyone always reckons it's like especially going in, like if it's a 3-year course or some shit, you just expect it to be a fucking like 3-year, you know?
Yeah. What ride? Like easy or?
No one really gets through it in the fucking in the minimum amount of time, you know?
You reckon? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I know, especially my degree. Like I was speaking to everyone. No one does it 4 subjects. Like every single semester, full study load. It's always like you pick and choose when you do your hardest subjects, because like otherwise, if everyone else is doing it and you're doing that full-time study load, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Yeah. Fuck, you really are.
I don't know.
I guess it's all about the expectations you have of yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're good at managing them. And
I'm good at managing the expectations for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, to an extent, I reckon.
Well, otherwise, like, why would you fucking like? Why do you think you had the mindset where everyone else in like earlier years would not have put in as much effort? Where you like, do you reckon it was a fear of like failure or? Yeah,
that. But then also, I reckon probably just parents as well.
Parents, yeah.
Just them like reiterating how important education was. Probably. Yeah.
Do you think
but I reckon it was also like, for me, honestly, like fear of not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like almost a fear of like doing something against the rules.
Oof.
Because I'll be honest, bro.
Yeah.
Like year 7, 8, like I was very like scared of like breaking any rules at high school.
Yeah.
Like I remember that jump. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like this felt like a huge jump, and I was like, I can't do anything wrong. If I get in trouble, it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And like it took me a good while to like realize that like
it's not that deep.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
And which like I know for you wouldn't have. You'd have been a little fucker around.
Bro, I came out the womb just fucking.
Yeah,
shit
I know.
Up. Like it's bad.
Yeah, but I reckon. Yeah, but I was exact like to what I am now.
Yeah.
Like I would have to follow all the rules.
Yeah, it's still a healthy path.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it is. I think it was healthier than
I don't know.
path.
You have to be able to judge it properly.
Yeah.
Because I reckon it caused me like to the point of like stress even.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
For sure. Like,
but you reckon that now you're better at dealing with stress?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such an advantage, bro.
It was it was annoying at the time, but now I know better, I guess. How to deal with that.
So like I always just like kind of disregarded all. Alright, you know what my problem is?
Yeah.
I've always had, and I don't know whether your like propensity to fucking, I don't know, follow the rules at a young age was intrinsic, or is it because your parents or both?
My parents. Because my parents are both very like follow the rules.
Yeah.
Like
well,
they
I
can't...
just always had this intrinsic thing of like, maybe it is a bit environmental too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely intrinsic.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I know it is.
Yeah.
But it's just this disdain for authority.
Yeah.
It's always like, I'm always looking at an authority figure, and I'm always asking, why are you telling me what to, like, what gives you credibility?
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people, I would say this as a generalization, and I think I'm right when I make it like a blanket statement.
Yeah.
That say a lot of people blindly, they respect authority, regardless of whether or not they can confirm its credibility.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Nah, but there's even... Well, it's just easier to do that.
Yeah.
Because if someone's got authority over you, that means they have power.
Yeah.
And if you want to go against the power...
But a lot of the time it's assumed
That's
power.
going to be a hard thing. Yeah, exactly. That's what I realised in school.
Yeah.
Like, tucking your shirt.
Yeah, dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going to happen if I don't tuck in my shirt? Go to detention.
That was Max. That was just Max's embodiment. Just like, what are you gonna do if I...
Yeah, what's the actual difference?
Yeah.
But it's all, I don't know.
But there low-key kind of is, looking in hindsight. Having a uniform.
Yeah, it definitely...
Yeah,
good and bad, but there's a reason they have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's because I think it's all corporate.
It's that, but I think it's also our principal wanting to appear more like our Q neighbours. With a $30,000 fucking price fee.
Really?
Yeah, just trying to look like a private school. That's what I reckon our school was.
I feel like there's a misconception in the world right now about, would you say, gender? Relationships between two sexes. I don't know the right words to put it in.
Yeah.
But I feel like masculinity and femininity is a lot of the times confused with male and female.
Yeah. I can see that as well.
Given that, and this is my claim, so like, everyone who wants to fucking cancel, and we can talk about cancel.
Yeah, cancel Frank, don't cancel me.
Yeah, you can. I want all the smoke.
Yeah.
Effectively.
Yeah.
But there are things that traditionally masculine people with more of a masculine energy are better at.
Yeah.
In the same way that traditionally there are things that people with more of a feminine energy or more of a feminine combination of the two energies are better at. And the way I like to picture it in my head is when I see a person, and we've talked about this before, when I see a person, I always kind of have like a subconscious even, like I don't even consciously do it, a gauge of how much masculine energy you have versus how much feminine energy you have. And it's like 90-20, so 80-20 or 90-10 or 70-30.
And what's just like your average bloke?
Well, I reckon averagely as a male, you because of your genetics, your biological makeup, you and testosterone, all these things that make men. Traditionally, I'm not saying it's still like the truth now. So you have to cover up all the shit I say. I have to be very precise. Otherwise, these fucking rodents will just fucking.
Yeah, I know.
That's honestly better, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, being precise with your language is good.
Yeah. I reckon somewhere between 60-30 and 60-40 and 70-30.
Okay. Yeah.
And vice versa for females.
So what do you define as masculine energy then? Or feminine energy?
It's different. It's difficult. And it's basically defined by the actions.
Because it might not even be useful to think of people like
that's the thing.
Masculine or feminine.
That's also on the spectrum of
you know
understanding.
What I mean?
Yeah. So what I think of it like is males have had roles throughout our evolutionary history, and females have had roles throughout our...
Okay. So pre-modern civilization.
Yeah, which is where we get all our roots from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Our reptilian brain, that thing that works without us even thinking, autonomic responses to shit, it's all hard-coded by our years and generations of evolutionary growth.
Yeah, for sure.
So, things like hunting made men more masculine. But it's only masculine because that's the term I'm using for it. I'm not conflating it. I'm not using it to mean you have a...
gender male.
Yeah. It's not gender male.
Yeah.
It's masculinity. As in being able to protect someone.
Okay.
Or able to find food.
So, yeah.
Or able to beat someone's head in.
So from that, I guess masculine energy just means like stereotypical male roles.
Yeah.
So which is
archetypal roles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Archetypal, stereotypical.
And
roles.
with that, and this is going to be controversial, I don't give a fucking shit. With that, when you have a relationship between the male and the female, traditional relationship, a union of two beings, right?
It's going to be a big call.
The person with the most masculine energy in that relationship is the leader.
Yeah, but I guess also, you're also just giving the masculine label to whoever the leader is.
Yes, true.
So in that case, is there always a leader?
Yes.
Or do we just perceive?
There's always, like you always have, it's a complementary pairing.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not always one leads and one follows. Majority of the time, it's you have to know when to lead and to follow.
Yeah.
But there'll be one person who
at least got 51-49.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who at least is more masculine than, and in that case, you need to have the other person that's more feminine. So you can have an equally good relationship that is traditional, like the man dominates or whatever.
Do you reckon masculine feminine, like the masculine feminine energy, is that like the same as dominant and not dominant?
Well, the thing is, masculine
depends how you
energy
define dominance. Yeah.
Is predominantly. It like indicates dominance.
Yeah.
Like sexual dominance, physical dominance,
Yeah.
the ability to protect, the ability to fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's all in our head. Effectively, all this shit doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm talking about it is because people don't understand, and it makes me annoyed.
Yeah.
Because it's all this conflation, and it's creating all these problems between traditional masculine men and traditional feminine females, in the way that the on average, and this is my belief, I don't know if this is true or anything to that. I'm not saying this is true by any stretch of the imagination, but I believe that females, slowly over time, in our modern society, are having to have more masculine energy. And likewise, males are having to become more feminine. Think about it like this. Something like the patriarchy. That kind of forced pretty much majority of males to be hyper masculine.
Yep.
And therefore created some toxic shit, right?
Yeah.
Like all the shit that...
Just power hungry.
Exactly.
All that stuff, yeah.
And it's in the same way that the flow of how things were in that time, the socio-historical context, if you want, created that because of the roles that were meant to be fit. Right now, the roles that are meant to be fit is that it's kind of become a bit more ambiguous. And it's allowed that kind of shifting to occur, right? So you'll find there's more of a chance in today's day that you'll find a hyper-masculine female than you would if it was 200 years ago, 300 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing.
I think...
But I want your opinion on, given that I'm thinking is true.
Because the way that you... the way that we're talking about like masculine, feminine energy, it's just like a stereotypical way to classify someone's personality or like behaviors, yeah?
Yeah.
It's
kind of... Sorry. Go ahead.
Is that what you would agree with, kind of?
It is kind of like binary in that way, yeah. So it's either...
Yeah.
It's like classifying your behaviors into kind of like... Not alpha and beta, but like...
Yeah.
Masculine and feminine. But that's like the yin-yang, bro.
Yeah.
Or like...
Yeah.
The cat ion and the anion.
It's just a way of thinking
duality
about things,
of the universe.
Yeah.
I think duality's in everything.
I would say that probably is... Because I guess with the patriarchy and stuff, like, women obviously didn't have the same rights as men.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's because men were hyper masculine.
And so there's that
which is
power.
toxic.
Yeah. So there's a difference in power. So then, I guess it makes sense as women are becoming, like, getting equal rights or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, bro, it's actually hard to even...
I know, because there's so many things in your head.
Bro,
that's why
it's hard to even know what to say, bro.
Yeah. See, I think just say what you want and then we'll cut it.
Yeah, then we'll cut it.
Yeah. So say whatever.
Yeah. As I'll say this, as the genders are becoming more equal over time, then it would make sense that there'd be like more women who are like hyper masculine, or like have more like dominant roles or whatever, something like that.
I think we're seeing.
But like, I don't think that has to make them any less feminine. I don't know.
By nature of extending your masculinity, you're...
Yeah, but like, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if I'm 100% would agree then with that like polarity of like masculine, feminine.
Okay.
I think you could still definitely have like, be 100% feminine, and then still like...
display masculinity.
And still be assertive and stuff like that. Like I still think that's 100% possible. Like, it just depends on how you classify it. If you're a feminine person, like a feminine lady, and she displays assertiveness, do you classify that as her acting masculine?
Well, the act has been kind of sticky taped to the theory of being masculine.
Okay.
Because, I don't know if it's right, I don't know if it should be like that or not.
Yeah.
But it's because that over the last, what we have in our history to look back on, assertive moves were made by males, primarily. Because they were in the position of power. But that position of power was granted to them because being assertive means that you are dominating your competition. It means that you're not agreeable, and it means that you're more likely to, in a fight, win. In a corporate situation, make more money. All these resources that you're pulling towards yourself. And that's why all like CEOs of big companies are likely to have antisocial behaviors that are similar to hyper masculine traits. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So how do you think? Have you encountered that in your like day-to-day life? Do you ever think about? Because obviously there's a big like...
Yeah, because you would be thinking about it a lot. But I don't know.
I
don't know. Because I just don't really see it in that way, I guess, maybe. In that... Like, that's just not my default.
Yeah, no, it's not my default. I just like thinking about it.
Just thinking about, like, masculine and feminine.
Like, if I'm in the moment, I'm just, like, chilling,
Yeah.
But, like, sometimes I think I'm, like...
Yeah, if you really do think about it.
Yeah.
No, but I know what you mean. Like, sometimes you can gauge someone and you can think... Yeah, if masculine or feminine is the right word, I don't know. But, like...
Yeah.
Alright, this person is more submissive, more dominant, more assertive, less assertive, more agreeable, less agreeable.
Complementary. Like the active side of a fucking... what is it? Enzyme.
The enzyme,
Yeah. You gotta have the fucking hole and the fucking...
Shut up, Valentine.
The schlong, that fucking... Shout out 7-foot-G.
Yeah, the big giraffe, mate. Bloody hell.
But yeah. And even so, like, in language, have you ever learnt a language? Another language other than English?
Tiganis.
Greek, yeah?
Yeah, I know like a tiny bit.
Yeah, well, I'm sure old mate over there could vouch, and I can too vouch in Italian, that you have masculine words and feminine words.
Yeah, true.
And it's not...
We don't have that.
We don't have that in English.
Yeah,
and that's a part of the reason. Have you heard about the Sapir Whorf?
Actually, no. Because do you reckon the language has informed...
That's the thing.
Does the language inform how we think about it? Or does the way we think inform the language?
It's a paradox.
Yeah, I reckon it's both.
It's a paradox. Have you seen the movie The Arrival?
Yeah.
It's all about the Sapir Whorf hypothesis.
I actually never understood what happened.
Really? So basically, she learns a language that enables her to communicate or look through time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So effectively, the whole story is being told in a big circle.
Yeah.
But they show you the start of the circle or the cycle.
Yeah.
And they slowly go along. But sometimes they go here or here and they show you the future.
Yeah,
and you don't know what it means yet. But when you watch the whole movie, you understand that...
Actually, I might rewatch that.
Her understanding of time has no longer... It's not linear like we perceive it.
It's
become circular.
Yeah.
So cause and effect are the two different things.
Alright, mate. This is sounding like a good little segue into some scientific conversation.
Go on then, buddy. Go on then.
Mate, it's got me... if something gets me socially lubricated, it's this.
Yeah, fucking oath, bro. Some Virgo shit.
Yeah.
Science.
Yeah. Mate, that's some nip shit, mate.
Yeah. Do you reckon she's watching?
Yeah. 100%
Really?
Bro. Yeah. From me and Frankie. Best regards.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
That's undoubtable,
But yeah. I think it's affecting like the masculine feminine thing. I think it's affecting like the way we interact with each other. As males and females.
The main
or
thing is
whatever gender you
the main thing that I can see is like I don't know how exactly to put this, but like
bro?
The one sex looking at the other sex and then just like saying like if like a guy says, "Oh, all girls are the same," or a girl says, "All men are the same," or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they're like almost like I don't know what the right word is. Like how would you say it? Like making them your enemy almost.
Yeah. Okay. So generalizing based on your bad.
Yeah, and just saying like, "Oh, they're all the same," or something like that.
Yeah.
And then saying like, "Oh, I hate them."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, or like...
Is that so dumb?
Like, yeah, because essentially what that is, you're hating 50% of the people you live on this planet with. Like, it just can't be helpful.
Yeah.
But, and like
exactly.
a lot of that stuff probably like just does come from some dude likes a girl and then she doesn't like him back, so he goes, oh, all girls are the same.
Yeah, but
so
also
like, or finding it hard to deal with the opposite sex.
That is a big one, and also your parental.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because if your dad fucks off when you're a kid,
yeah,
you're as a female, you're less likely to enjoy male company.
Yeah,
or like find it necessary.
But it's definitely just not helpful. Like it's 50% of the other people on this earth.
Yeah, the thing is, I think the union between males and females, or if you have a dick versus if you have a fucking twat, have become less necessary as technology improves.
Yeah.
And I think that's, that's inherently good. But I think it's the way we're going, so I can't really I can't change it. But I'm not. Yeah. I don't think it's actually like helpful in that specific field.
No, I'm pretty sure I did remember reading that, like scientifically, like biologically, like the differences between male and female are becoming less and less over time.
Yeah.
So we're like, it's going towards some type of
unity thing,
middle ground, you know?
That's crazy.
So
everyone always says that, bro. Just it's all about merging into one.
Yeah.
Like the fucking, like all religions are just talking about like unity, right? God is just unity. And I guess you kind of get a feel for that when you're like in a union with the opposite, or like your preferred. Compatible. Fucking all these words.
Doesn't have to be the opposite.
You know what I mean?
It can be whatever.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
Of choice.
Yeah.
You know?
I want some duality. I like black and white.
Yeah.
But it's also like grey is cool too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's always hard. It's very hard for me to see things black and white, bro.
Yeah, no. I think I do from a preset, and I've had to learn a lot to spectrum it out.
I'm very reluctant to ever like say something absolutely unless I actually definitively can actually say it.
Yeah. Which is why you're a man of fucking science.
That's why I'm a man of science.
But alright, boom. I love science. I don't say many scientific things on regular occasions.
Yeah.
But I hate scientism. What I mean by that is the belief of certain concepts based on the fact that have been found by science.
Say it again. The belief of... Could you give me an example of scientism?
So I do a study.
Yeah.
So it's completely scientifically valid.
Yeah.
But the study's only correct within the confines of the study.
Okay.
The results are only correct within this. But you say it, you bring it out, and you show people. And because it's backed by the credibility of science...
Yeah.
But it's not actually science, people believe it. And that's what scientism is.
Well, that's not science, though.
Exactly. But a lot of people do what we said before, which is... get the authority and believe it because of the assumed credibility.
Yep.
And I feel like that is a lot to do with why statistics and shit.
I reckon a perfect example of this stuff is like astrology, even.
Alright, go.
Astrology or any type of like... Sorry to offend you.
Mystery illusion.
Any talk of like energy or vibrations.
Oh, no, you're a whore.
Yeah, no, because if you're talking about energy and vibrations and all this stuff, like affecting human consciousness...
Alright.
There is no evidence for it.
Okay.
You cannot tell me that like this person is vibrating on this level because it doesn't mean anything scientifically.
Alright.
Because you don't just vibrate. That's like not a thing.
If you're watching this and you want to get educated, my last video about like the purpose of life or some shit, I described this thing.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched that one. So
and what I'm saying in that video is,
I doubt you'll convince me though.
No, I don't. I'm not trying to. But what I'm saying is, you have a body, a mind, and a soul. But we're just gonna focus on the body.
I'd say you just have a body.
Your body. Fair.
The mind is part of the body. It's the illusion that the body creates.
Yeah.
The electrical impulses from the brain.
Alright, boom. Electrical impulses.
Yeah.
Your sum total of all the energy, which is actual like electricity, because in our
it's electrical.
Our brain
impulses.
fires on electrical impulses.
Yeah.
Which means it carries a current, no? Which means it can be graphed on a thing, right?
Yeah.
And what is a graph? What is an electrical graph? They're like sine, cos, or tan, right? They're like these ones.
I'm not sure.
Speaking from a position of I don't know either, but a lot of these things can be mapped with graphs.
Okay, yeah.
And especially
we can map thought patterns and stuff.
Exactly. Even your thought waves. It's a wave.
Yeah.
And what does a wave have?
I don't know. Period.
Amplitude.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Frequency.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Your frequency is. It's a sum total of all your.
But why does the sum total matter?
Because
you're trying to say
it
that
doesn't really matter in that.
No,
regard.
but you're trying to say that like somehow the sum total of like all these electrical impulses leads to one frequency, okay, and then that is somehow representative of me as a person.
Ooh, yes.
That's what you're trying to
This
say.
is what I'm. Yeah, because you are only your thoughts, effectively.
But
your body is a physical manifestation of your thoughts. If you want to go to the gym, what do? I mean, bro, if you want to get big, if you want to get muscular, what do? The first thing is you think about, I want to get bigger.
Yeah.
You think about, how do I get bigger? You go, how do I get bigger? Go to the gym.
Yeah.
Your body carries on the energy of what your intention. Your intention goes to your thoughts process your intention is physically manifested by your body.
Yeah.
That whole process of the purity of your thoughts, I think it can be represented in a frequency of some degree, but science hasn't got there yet. But that's just my speculation, my hypothesis.
How? I don't know. I just don't think it's... Because there's nothing to make me believe that.
Yeah, no, there isn't.
Yeah.
But a lot of
maybe you can just think of it as like... Because then to me, like, the only thing... Maybe it's more useful just to think of like someone's personality or something. I don't know. Well,
effectively it's the same thing. Like,
because then that is scientism. Because what you're doing, you've got something, which is like...
Well, it's just a hypothesis. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying I believe in it.
Yeah.
As a personal truth at some points.
Okay.
I think it helps me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of things though.
Yeah.
Like it's just like we experience everything through this lens of consciousness.
Subjective, yeah.
And like everything that we experience, it just however it feels, it's so hard to think otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why.
And science is the pursuit of objectivity.
Yeah, like, exactly.
But
removing your subjective.
If everything needs to be balanced, like the yin yang tells us, or like the sun and the moon tell us,
I don't think it does.
or like the masculine and the feminine tell us.
But why would it need to be balanced?
All things must be balanced. What does our body function on, bro? Homeostasis.
Okay. All things,
like equilibrium.
All things need to be balanced, but why does, in the pursuit of science, why does there need to be quote unquote balance?
Well, the balance I'm talking about specifically there would be emotional balance, emotional information versus objective.
It doesn't even.
Well, that's the thing. That's where I have a quarrel with science.
Why?
Because
it doesn't.
Everything.
It's not trying to be complete. It's simply trying to be what it is. The study of
nature.
Science is trying to
map the world, right?
Yeah.
In every way, but
the best way I think about science is just the study of the natural world. What is natural?
But would you, like, I would say that.
Or you can also look at it like the scientific process. So a way of finding out what is true.
Objective.
Like
okay.
you can,
Yeah. I would say that emotions and subjectivity are just a part of the natural world as objective truth and facts. Yeah. And I would also.
But you can't get them conflated.
Yeah. Well, that's why you have to have balance.
Yeah. But so, for example, I wouldn't use my subjective feelings to inform what I think about the universe.
Yes, true.
Because
objective truth.
Yeah. Because I feel a certain way, that might make me want to think something about the universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's the balance. That's what I'm talking about.
It's hard for me to recognize that after I die, there's going to be nothing. All right. So in my head, it is hard for me to think that. Yeah. I will agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Because all I've ever experienced is what I've experienced, which is being alive.
Yeah. So we were talking about this the other night. Yeah. About how I just kind of leap.
Yeah.
So like, and also I'm very into like the esoteric shit. I like hypothesizing about stuff.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
Does it get me anywhere? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it doesn't matter if you find it fun.
Yeah.
If you find it fun, it's not harmful to others, then you can do it.
It's alright.
That's my rule.
Golden rule. Yeah.
The golden rule.
See, that's pretty much what religion teaches you, bro.
What?
That.
No, it doesn't.
In its purest essence.
Religion tells you to hate people of other religions.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't say this. This is actually
you can. No, it's definitely been hijacked by people with alternate motives over time.
Yeah,
to do that to people, to divide people.
Maybe. Well, how do you know it wasn't put in to divide as well?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm saying if it wasn't put in to divide, which I believe, it wasn't. I believe it wasn't put in to divide.
Yeah.
I believe it's a good thing that got corrupted. And I wouldn't describe myself as a religious person.
I think the fact that we have so many religions, it's a good point to the fact that we have a search for meaning as humans. Yeah. Like innate to humans, the human condition, there is some search for greater meaning, and there is a search for something greater than us.
Yeah. And it almost feels like.
So we got to some certain point and we thought, all right, how did we get here?
Yeah.
What has happened?
Yeah.
And most people like went to a religion of some sort, saying
bang.
that there is one greater power who created us, and that's how it happened.
Yeah.
And that's probably more reflective, if anything, on the way that we think as humans, the way our brains work, or something.
Yeah. Well, I think it created a split in that way. So like, people either would go, especially nowadays, people either go religion or science.
Yeah. So now science has come through.
Exactly.
But
that also has its deficits.
I don't think so.
100% has its benefits, but 1,000,000% has its deficits.
In what way does it have a deficit?
Because religion teaches you how to deal and
I'm not saying science is a substitute for religion.
No, well, they're
different things. It's just in terms of the one question, how did we get here? What is the universe about?
Yeah,
religion also tries to answer that question, science comes into it.
Yeah. So religion in that way is more of a coping mechanism, but someone like you doesn't really science is enough for you to cope because you can deal with the tangible reality.
Yeah, but I think I also think that it's the best form of coping for everyone.
Just straight logic.
Yeah.
I think why?
I think it's because. Well, yeah, I might be wrong, but to me, it is just
we're
the most.
All wrong
it's
it's
the most comforting thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Like what could be more comforting than the truth? Because the truth. It doesn't. You can't. It's the truth.
Yes. Okay. All right. For right now,
the
truth is we don't know, and because
you can't undermine all that science.
No. I'm saying. Let's take a specific example.
Yeah.
What happens after you die? Right now, the science is we don't know. We know there's neurological impulses or something in your brain, up to 10 minutes after you die.
But we pretty much do know what happens when you die.
But how can you say that? Is there what happens?
Because
science doesn't know what happens, can't.
Yeah, I can't experience it
unless you do it.
Yeah. But what science says about consciousness, okay?
Okay, go, yeah.
As of now, all of the scientific evidence leads to the fact that it's materialist, we have atoms and matter in our brain.
Yeah.
And that is what if that forms consciousness, then as soon as you die, there's no electrical impulses going, and then consciousness.
But I swear there's been things that say that there is brain activity up to 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
So what do you reckon is going on there?
That's your body. That's your body just giving a final kick,
Yeah, but that's your assumption, and I'm not saying I know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
But why are you trying to say why is there some greater meaning?
You know why? Because it's more comforting for me to believe that I'm going somewhere, and therefore I have a goal to achieve.
It's not encouraging though.
I think it is for me.
Why?
And a lot of other people.
Because what's actually... Alright, so you would say you do believe that there is something after
I would say that... Alright, this is how I would say it. And this is
Yeah.
A lot of people would say yes, just straight up. But I would say we exist on many different dimensions at once.
Yeah.
What does science say that we can... It's the 11th dimension, 11D, that they say that's the amount of dimensions.
Yeah, with string theory, they're theorizing...
Yeah. So it's hypothesis
worlds
still.
where there's more than 11 dimensions or something.
So like a cube exists in one dimension as a line, 2 dimensions as a square, and 3 dimensions as a cube, and then 4 dimensions as a tesseract.
Yeah.
I think humanity or sentient life also
Your
exists.
Consciousness,
Yeah. Well, it's also the combination. The thing about
so
the 3D
does this piece of wood exist in that same way?
Exists. This physical object exists in 1D, 2D, and 3D as science knows it.
Okay.
4D would add time, and yes, it does exist in time because it's here. It's plotted on a point.
Yeah.
At this point in matter, space, and time, or matter is the same thing.
Yeah,
space,
but you're trying to say with sentient things.
Yeah, I'm saying that the 3D is a very specific point where you can symbiotically have sentient life and physical matter, body and mind.
Okay.
But I think there's also higher forms of existence, what you would call God, or maybe specters, angels, ghosts, jinns, demons, fairies.
Yeah.
On higher dimensions that don't have a physical manifestation in this dimension or reality.
Alright, why do you believe that? What is your evidence for that?
I have no evidence.
Okay.
It's a cognizant. It's it's just a.
So as long as you're willing to, because I know, you're actually you admitted that you just think.
I've no idea.
Yeah,
but that is science as well.
That's taking the lead. No, it's not.
Science is admitting that you have no clue.
Yeah, science is admitting. Yeah, it's admitting that you have no.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it's admitting that you have no clue and then not making any claims unless you actually have a clue.
But how do you get a clue? How do you get a clue? You try, you fail, you fuck up a million times, and then you find out. Why? Trial and error.
It's not. But is it helpful for you to have, is it helpful for you to have some universal view about how life works with no evidence behind it?
Yeah, because it helps me, and it helps, and that's why
okay,
religion
so you're accepting that anyone can just believe whatever they want if it's helpful for them.
Yeah,
that you support that
as a coping mechanism. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Do you think there's negative ramifications for the way that you're believing?
Oh fuck, I don't know, dude.
I think
it's a good question. All right, what do you reckon today are?
Simply just thinking that you are going to have a life after this one, I think is damaging.
Why? Because it
automatically, especially heaven. Like, think about this.
Yeah.
What's the idea of heaven? It's so much better than it's an
incentive.
You spend your entire life here trying to get here.
Yeah.
Automatically having that life here at the end of heaven, it devalues this one intrinsically.
You're right.
Because this one is glorified as well.
Yeah.
Like getting into heaven. Like what's the connotation with that? It's like perfection.
High
like
purpose.
It's always going to be like the best thing.
Yeah.
And if you're spending your entire life thinking about this, you're never actually going to realize what's happening.
Yeah. Well, all right. I've heard Jordan Peterson talk a lot about having something to run towards and something to run away from in terms of pursuing something in your life.
Yeah.
Whether that be happiness, success, courageousness, a YouTube channel, anything.
Yeah.
You got to have things that you're
fearful of and something that you're going to.
And I think that heaven and hell are just archetypes of those things. Because you're in, and I'll say this is against religion. Like this is more just agreeing with you. But the truth is still in the religion. It's just an archetypal truth. It's not a literal thing. Maybe that's just my interpretation of it.
But it still devalues it.
It does.
Regardless, even if it is something that you're working towards, you can still spend your whole life working towards it.
Yeah.
And like that's good because you get this at the end. But it still devalues it.
All right.
By definition,
we have two people. One doesn't believe in the afterlife. The other does in a positive afterlife. How well will each person do in their success?
Look,
as an assumption.
It depends. It depends on your outlook. Like
that's the
because with me, like I don't believe in an afterlife, but I find that is the one thing that I actually find comforting.
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
Like, the fact that you're gonna die is probably like the biggest motivator ever.
Oh fuck yeah.
And it just makes you realise that like you have, it's 14.8 billion years before you were born.
Yeah.
You're able to experience something for what, 100 years, a tiny little bit, and then time will be infinite.
Yeah.
Along there, so you get to, like it wasn't fucking.
But even what you're talking about now is like the time as a dimension. We perceive time as an infinite dimension because we are we are in 3D, the third dimension.
That's just how time works, though.
For us. But that movie.
Okay, but how do you know it works otherwise? You don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No.
Yeah.
No. That's why I'm using a movie.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. That's why movies are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I do believe that religion.
Yeah, I'm not
more positive than negative. Because, and you know why?
All I'm gonna say is Crusades. A lot of people have fucking died.
But that's like the Jesuit and shit. Those are the military arms of the Vatican, and these are all corporations. These things.
I feel like
this isn't religion. This isn't spirituality. This is corporatized offshoots of a fucking belief system.
But it's the same thing.
It's the same thing as Washington. Our idea of Washington or London or Rome. They're the same things. They're just a belief system. Country's just a belief system.
Country's a company.
Yeah, well, effectively.
Yeah.
And then we kind of like just take it as what it is because we can see it and it is a thing because people are there's authority around it. Like you can't move between two countries without showing some sort of without being allowed entry. Yeah. But in theory, you could walk across the imaginary line, nothing would happen to you if nobody was there to enforce 100%. It.
Yeah.
So a lot of the things that we operate on in our day-to-day lives are things that are like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think... I don't know.
Bit impu.
Yeah. Beep.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Yeah. I think religion... Yeah, bro, it's so hard to fucking talk about.
It's comforting, bro. Like...
Yeah, no, I definitely... No, bro. Another thing, like, the most important thing is, who am I to say? Like, I can't say anything. Like, I can't tell anyone to believe anything.
Yeah.
If you're doing something and it helps you and it's not affecting other people, then
negative.
Like, no one should care.
Yeah.
It's just like let people believe what they want to believe. Let them be people. As long as it doesn't affect other people. When it starts affecting other people, that's when it's an issue.
Alright.
And so, okay, do we give certain things that people believe in
more credibility?
Yeah, than others. All right. So, for example, there's like a bill being passed in Parliament about like religious protection. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, I've got no idea.
Do you remember all the Israel Folau shit?
No, who's that?
Remember the rugby dude?
Oh yeah, that was ages ago.
Yeah, so stuff got. So it's kind of like in response to that.
So it's almost like the Afro guy taking the knee.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh yeah, Kaepernick or whatever.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. So it's like our government
The Afro guy
is making all these laws in regards to religious beliefs.
Yeah.
So it protects people with religious beliefs. Now that's all right.
Yeah.
You should be able to believe what you want to believe.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure exactly how this law is going to work. It doesn't really matter. Besides the point.
Yeah.
Why do we give? Like, so we consider these things religious beliefs or whatever. Why are we giving protection to these beliefs?
Yeah.
But what about all these other beliefs?
Yeah. You know why I think it is? I think it's because the West, which is us, Australia, is built on those Judeo-Christian principles, which stem from Abrahamic religions, which is Islam, Christianity, Judaism.
Is it built on those?
Yeah.
How do you
Ancient
know?
Greece, ancient Rome.
Yeah.
They were all built on our political foundation, Greece and Rome. Our moral foundation, Greece and Rome. Our military foundation, Greece and Rome. Our political foundation, Greece and Rome.
But then I also think
about all the philosophy.
I'm not doubting
maths. They discovered all this. We run on their culture.
Are they? What would you say? All of the Stoics and stuff. That's Judeo-Christian beliefs.
They founded it, yeah, because they were in the same. It's the same time period that the Roman Empire was growing, and you know why?
I think a lot of their beliefs are conflicting. Almost.
They are, but you know why it worked?
Why?
Because traditional values, adhering to nature, and in that way, will always grant you success. And I think, in our time, the Roman Empire was like this.
Yeah.
And now we've reached a climax. And now everybody's allowed...
Okay, so this is Western society you're talking about in general.
Everybody's allowed to believe what they want now.
Yeah.
And now it's going to start going like that. Because when you have equality of belief, when you're not forced... Biggest example, when you're not forced to believe in something, we make less progress as a civilization. Biggest example, the United States of America.
Yeah.
The first country that was free, that has gotten to the point.
Well, they did have a bit of slave labour.
All right, give it
their fair share.
To this, yeah.
Yeah.
But as a general rule of thumb, Americans have the most liberties than any other person on the planet in any country.
But I would far prefer to live here than America.
Why?
America portrays the facade of liberty. There's just so much disparity in wealth. It's like all that American dream bullshit that we learned in last year, like in high school.
Yeah.
They portray the American dream like anyone is able to do anything.
Yeah.
If you work hard, you can succeed.
Which is Judeo-Christian principle.
Which is technically true.
Yeah.
It is technically true. Yeah. There is a possibility where I work super hard and I become really successful.
Yeah.
But it's just not practical at all.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of people, they're starting off not in the same position. Some person's starting off over here, and someone else, they don't even have a roof over their head. They have no education.
Yeah.
And it's reflecting in the wealth gap in America right now. The rich keep getting richer, the poor keep getting poorer. That's how you tell a good country from a bad country. Good countries have a very small gap between their rich and poor. A bad country has a big gap.
Yeah.
That's how you tell.
Yeah. And the problem definitely is population, because I don't think humans can work in large populations like that.
I'm almost convinced it's population, but America's ideology. Like they are. That is what they're like run on. That American dream stuff. Like that's their
Christian principle.
That's their bread and butter. Well, I hate it. If that's what it is, I don't like it.
Whether you like it or you hate it, the fact is, it built the West.
Wait, but how is that? Like like the working hard, trying to succeed yourself. Yeah. How is that Judeo-Christian?
Because it's based on the principles, philosophical principles that were established during that period, and that created those political spheres. It created the moral sphere that we experience. Like when you go to court or like through the law system, legal system in general, Commonwealth law, Western law, that is all Greek and Roman Empire shit.
Okay.
It's all comes from sex or philosophy.
Yeah, I don't know enough to. But I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
that's what I mean when I say Judeo-Christian.
Judeo-Christian. Okay. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean Christianity.
No, definitely.
Yeah,
not, definitely.
It's okay. Yeah. Separate from that.
Yeah. There's like a scene in Breaking Bad where the scene where have you seen it? Breaking
Bad.
I haven't
seen it. No.
There's like a scene where it's good. You should watch it.
Yeah.
Where the main character Walter.
Yeah.
He's
Walter Black.
Walter Black.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah.
He's making a pros and cons list about why he should or shouldn't kill the guy in his basement.
Yeah.
He's like part of a drug thing. He needs to kill the guy.
Yeah.
Like his mate Jesse is like, kill this guy. It's your job.
Yeah.
He writes pros and cons, and I'll put the pros and cons up right now. But he puts a reason as to why he shouldn't kill someone. There's Judeo-Christian principle. It's a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
Moral. All of that comes from the same place or the same originating place.
I don't think so.
But it's not that. It's just one side of the spectrum. That's just the West. You have the whole other side of the spectrum.
Okay, but another thing
to experience and explore.
Like currently.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe we're based upon those values, but
definitely
our society and as humans, we kind of have our own moral compass.
Yeah,
well, and it changes. It's shifting over time. It's becoming different as we go on. Yeah, Dawkins used to talk about this in the God Delusion.
Yeah.
I forgot what he called it. I used it in my essay as well in year 12.
Oh man.
It was something about like the moral zeitgeist or some shit.
Moral zeitgeist.
Like, so over time, what we consider moral is bad.
Different.
Like, it's different. So back in the day, alright, here's this example. Charles Darwin was seen as someone who was like very progressive at that time, but I think he might have even like supported like slavery or something.
Yeah.
But at that time, he was super progressive.
Yeah.
And then over time, it all changes, becomes progressively more progressive, pretty much. That's pretty much how our morals are going.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Progressive might not be the right word, but like
you're just using
it's changing
as a thing to mean the cutting edge.
Yeah.
Like what is the next?
Yeah.
It's always traditional versus the future. Yeah. Right. Left versus right. Blue versus red.
Yeah, but then at what point does it become
bad?
And what is?
That's my contention. Effectively.
Yeah.
My contention is we are turning our back on. I'm not saying we're doing it purposefully. I'm doing it because I'm saying it's happening because nature just allows this to happen.
Yeah.
When you have something that built by and large, people have pretty good freedom nowadays.
Yeah.
In majority of countries.
Yeah.
When you have personal freedom like that, you're allowed to think whatever you want. When you're allowed to think whatever you want, it's harder for humans to work together. That's why religion is such an integral tool to building something like the West, because everyone's fucking focused in on the same thing, even though it's wrong.
Mate, religion is the perfect tool to
build civilization.
To build civilizations, but it's also the perfect tool to get obedience out of people. Because think about this: how do you make someone do what you want them to do when you're not there? How do you have power over someone to do exactly what you want to do when you're not there?
Release a fake virus.
Alright. He's just done it. He's just bloody done it.
Cut it.
You can't put that in.
No, I'm not. Yeah, no, the virus is
you
real.
Could though.
I could.
That's funny. Yeah.
I will put it in.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, that's the.
But the way. I've got a better way. The way you have power over everyone is you tell them that there is someone always watching them, and the person watching them is all powerful, and they have the power to grant you into heaven or hell after.
Alright.
That is total power. Every thought you have,
I agree,
that's mind control.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Every thought you have, every action you do, you are doing it, and you're having it through this filter. This person is watching. Yep. The ultimate moral adjudicator is watching me.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's going to make you act different.
What's the difference between that back in those days and what will eventuate to become AI in the future?
Alright, you're going to have to explain how AI is
basically, you just described that religion as a system effectively puts you in surveillance at all times from a higher power.
Not necessarily, but it does, yes. Actually, no,
it does, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them.
I think that we'll get to the point where AI is just as powerful as God, or the idea of God, in our heads.
Yeah.
In the same way that it was previously.
Because it's just so much more smart, so much more powerful.
Because I have a laptop here that has a camera, right?
Yeah.
If you have, you gotta watch that movie Transcendence, bro.
Yeah.
Any computer, any camera, microphone, just hooked up to the cloud, and you can. And CIA, all these intelligence companies use that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like, biological creatures, we can't just tap into a fucking... Like, through our brain, we can't just tap into, like, electronic
Do
networks.
you reckon some people maybe can?
Definitely
Some people with enhanced abilities, like some Stranger Things 11. Is it 11?
I don't think I have enough reason to believe anything.
No,
like
I'm just
that.
saying. Yeah, it's a bit of. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're surveilled by AI all the time, and you say the virus is fake,
Yeah.
I don't think it's fake. But I'm saying if you say it, or if you say
Yeah.
anything controversial, I don't want to say.
Yeah.
I could, but
Yeah. Fuck.
thought crime. Instantly, the AI notifies it. You get censored. That's the first step.
Yeah, no.
20 years in the future,
Right.
you get silenced. You get a drone come to you and be like, "You're going to jail. Like, give me a."
Yeah.
Or you just get your assets frozen.
Yeah. Bro,
What's the difference between that god and the Roman god or the AI god, if you want to put it like that?
I'll give you the one big difference. The AI is actually real.
Ooh, yeah, but it's the same reality to the individual.
Yeah, except there's actually could be consequences with the AI.
Well, yeah, but in
What's-
both
what's the
cases, people
consequence-
believed in the
What's the
consequence.
consequence? Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I guess it just acts in that same way.
Yeah.
Oh, surveillance.
That's what I've always thought. We went from believing in monarchies, they lost trust. We lost trust in monarchies because we know that people are fallible. Then
hungry.
we built governments.
Yeah.
And they were good because the government used to work for the people, but now it's that relationship is kind of shifting, and the people are working for the government.
Yeah.
We lost trust in the government. We put our trust in corporation, Facebook, Twitter. We can see now that they're not fulfilling their role either. The next we'll put our faith in AI, who is ultimately equal and even, equality of everything.
I don't know,
but you won't have your American dream. You won't have your hierarchy or your capitalism or your ability to do whatever you want. Everyone will be given the same shit, and that to me is almost like a jail. And that's why you have, because we talked about this, that's why you have an inherent aversion to the AI, the smart glasses.
I do.
Yeah.
Bro,
Augmented reality, like VR, like Ready Player One shit.
Yeah. Anything like that is something I would want to distance myself
Why,
from
though?
the furthest. Honestly, it all actually comes down to the death thing.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't want any way for my consciousness to be linked to some digital platform.
Yeah.
To where it could be like
Replicated.
replicated. Like, it doesn't even have to be replicated or like tampered with.
Yeah.
That's bad enough.
Yeah.
But to the point where it could exist forever. Because I want to die.
Yeah.
I would not want. That would be hell, bro.
Yeah.
That would be eternal torture.
Actual hell, yeah.
Yeah.
So what if AI comes
That is
out
hell.
and what if everybody in...
See, this is what I
years-
reckon. Heaven would actually be hell. Like what people call it, like
Ultimate pleasure, yeah?
actual ultimate pleasure of heaven. That idealization of
you're
living
a
forever.
sick cunt,
That is actually the hell.
Yeah.
That is the thing I would want to run from. Because bro, honestly, if I get into heaven, to me, I'd just be like, fuck. I was wrong. Bro, no.
No, I'm joking.
I'd be like, fuck, I was wrong. But then I'd also be like,
Yeah.
fuck, I would prefer to die. I would want to die.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want to.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to live
I would be
forever.
happy either way.
Yeah.
Because if
bro.
if there was nothing after, I wouldn't feel anything. But if it was good, then I'd be like, that was sick.
But
I
I
can
don't
do it
reckon
again.
I don't reckon it would be good.
Why? If you're in heaven, what if our world was just a big simulation, and
Could be.
you enter the game like in Roy from Rick and Morty. You enter the game with a specific purpose, but then your player, like my character, this AI,
He's fulfilled
this
his
avatar,
purpose or something.
no, he doesn't know what the purpose is.
Yeah.
But the whole goal is to figure it out by understanding the rhythm of yourself,
Yeah.
your archetype, and how you operate as a human, and
Yeah.
how you can use all these things to your advantage. And then at the end of the game, you get a score. What if that's just our whole life? And you just wake up and you realize, like a DMT trip, 15
And
minutes
then
is
it
the
just
whole
keeps. Then
lifetime.
it just keeps going.
Repeating. You just keep going back because you're addicted to the game, bro. You just keep going in.
I mean, yeah, bro. Honestly,
It's plausible.
it
I
is
can't
fucking.
prove
It is fucking plausible,
Fuck yeah.
bro. You know what? Last night I got
But
like, you know that feeling like, yeah. All right. So we were talking about like, all right, everything we experience, we like view it through like consciousness. That's
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
it is. Like,
yeah.
I have this type of consciousness. I can think.
Yeah.
I can see things. I can feel things. All right. That's how
I
I
wouldn't call that. That's part of your sensory mechanisms.
That's part of consciousness. Anything that arises in my brain is
See,
a part
I don't know. So we have a different definition of consciousness, but continue.
You have the wrong one. I have the right one.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, pretty much.
No, I'm joking. Yeah. That's what I refer to when I
Yeah,
say
yeah,
consciousness.
yeah.
When I refer to that,
It informs your
yeah, like
your brain.
everything I can feel, hear, whatever,
See,
anything
touch,
that goes on. All right. That's how we experience the world, and then at some point, it just like ceases to exist, you know. And then I was thinking kind of like, I kind of got that ego death thing where like I had like that separation. Yeah. Like you kind of feel that like, who is like, you struggle with the identity, like who is me? Am I observing something through this consciousness? Or like, am I just experiencing it? Is there someone behind it? Like, and like, how is it related to the body that I'm in?
Oh, see, I feel like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And then I was like, then I was looking at you, and I was just like, who's Frank?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, and like, why does he look like this? Like human? Like, like,
it's a thought
because I was cooked as well.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you get that thing like, it's so fucked. That, like,
yeah.
Like it's like this is so alien.
Right?
Like if we were another species and we came and you just saw the like these people walking around, they got clothes on.
Yeah.
They do their hair in weird ways. They jump up and down to fucking music.
Yeah.
Like on every fucking Friday, Saturday night. They drink some poison as well.
Yeah. They lower.
You'd just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
well, it depends at what intelligence level you're looking at it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But it's just weird, you know.
Some civilizations might find us godly.
Yeah. Oh.
And some others might find us peasantry. Like.
Yeah. No.
But to your point earlier about the consciousness, who am I? Who are you? Who am I? Do you feel like
personal identity? That's what.
Do you feel like you have conversations with yourself inside your head?
Yeah, you do. But
who's talking to who?
But that's just your own thoughts, and like it must be that we have our own concept of ourselves. We create a concept of ourselves within our head. You don't even need to have
exactly. Yeah.
You don't need to begin with. You don't even have to have a self.
Yeah. You
just have to create. But we have that concept. We think that we're behind our head.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we place it.
Yeah.
And that's why I reckon a lot of like the soul thing comes into an idea.
Yeah.
Because it feels so much like there is someone that we're operating it and that we're central, like right here.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like you don't feel your consciousness from your feet. I feel it from like my head.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here. Like I'm seeing.
That's where the brain is. But like it's a lot to do with the vision, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like, you just feel like that's where everything's coming from.
Yeah.
That's a centralized thing. But that's even that is an illusion.
You reckon? See,
no, it is.
I feel like it's proof of some sort that either we create segregated versions of ourselves within our own head, be it subconscious versus conscious. Because like when you're hungry, who tells you you're hungry?
Your body.
Or when you're tired, who tells you you're tired?
Your body does.
Or when you have that intuition, that gut feeling of something, where does that come from?
But I don't think that has to come from necessarily like some type of personal identity or like some central point, you know. There's all these systems in our body and like
but I think in our mind systems can be personified by things that you would call alternate or separated versions of consciousness. Does that make any sense?
Give me an example.
Like classic paranoid schizo type shit. Remember we were talking?
Yeah.
And I had a tab.
Yeah.
So I was in that moment. I could not help but have the fucking paranoid thought that all the people around me, and you were there, are just little representations of me.
Yeah, you've told me
put
this,
into like I'm only seeing you because you're part of me, and I'm projecting a part of myself onto you, and you're like. Do you know what I mean?
That's like the classic philosophy shit, bro.
Oh, it's fucked.
Is the world or in my head, or am I in the world?
Illusion of separation,
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Dead set,
who knows? I mean, I would be compelled. Look, it's never a black or white, but I'm compelled to say that I'm in some world.
What do you mean?
The world's just not in my head, but in a way it is in my head as well. But like, that I do actually exist, and like this is actually a thing, and we're in the same place.
Yeah,
and you can also touch that thing.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's why philosophy's cooked, because it's just like
Matrix
it goes down to the bare basics, and it's just like, but is it really? Can you really?
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole branch of justifiable
like metaphysics
philosophy that says no, isn't it? The skepticism.
Oh yeah.
But all right, what you said before, who knows? What if we make this podcast and then it inspires someone else who wants to figure it out, who actually figures it out? Like, that's why I do this shit.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
How crazy would that be? Like, and then years later, they're like, what made you start doing this? It's like, oh, Frank and Tom were just talking on the podcast. And I was
just
like,
Frankie and Tommy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I like recording, like,
you might
snapshots of moments.
Yeah.
And it's not even an experience or a memory. It's, we are being consciousness right now.
Yeah, I know.
Like, we are putting...
No, it's a record of what we were doing at this time and what we think at this time.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. It's history, man.
History in the making.
Technically.
people using religion as a coping mechanism, what we were talking about,
Yeah.
I think that there's a certain IQ level that you have to reach to have the understanding. Not even the IQ level, just you have to be at a certain position mentally to understand that death isn't a bad thing. And for anybody who can't understand that, religion is the best path for them.
Or just any type of construct, or some type of ideal where you can find security in the fact that you're not going to die.
Yeah, it's a care package.
It's going to be all right. Yeah.
A care package of coke.
But I reckon, but I do, because another thing I thought of is like, I remember some mate back in the day, his grandpa just died.
Yeah, rip.
And and he was saying, I don't know, and I was just talking to him about, how you going? He's like, yeah, I'm doing all right, but I felt a lot better the other day because I was at my grandma's house, and then I was at my grandma's because his papa died.
Yeah.
Then like there was a fly, and the fly came into the house, and it like hovered around a picture of his papa, or like a fruit, or like a bag that he used to like, and he thought, he was just like, I felt a lot better because I knew that he was back and he was saying hello. It was reincarnated.
Yeah.
And like, for some people, and like for him,
that helped him.
For that, it was actually like helpful, you know.
Yeah, but I suppose like at that point he was very emotional.
Yeah.
So then it helped him.
Honestly.
But once the logic comes back, then what you're saying.
That's
is right.
what it comes down to. I think, like that is also why people can't deal with the death thing. It's because there's so much emotion related to it.
Yep.
And it's easier to emotionally, like when you think of death, we have that initial response, and it makes sense. Natural selection. Yeah. We don't want to die.
For sure.
Death is bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Emotion has helped us so much. Yeah. You don't care about your kids unless you care about your kids.
Yeah.
Unless you have an attachment to them emotionally.
It needs to be.
And it's not logical at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except for the fact that it is when you're looking at it through the terms of nature. But continue.
Yeah. So like emotion, like we have that emotive response to death. Oh, it's bad. Like I don't want to die. You get fearful of it, you know. Like because you want to do everything that you can to fucking stay alive.
Yeah.
And like that's appropriate. That's
like
that's good.
Autonomic response. Yeah. Like reptilian shit.
That's good. Yeah. You want to have at least some fear of death.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah. Like if I have a danger, I want to have an emotional response and a physical response,
so
that I can avoid death.
Balance between logic and emotion.
Yeah, 100%. You need it. Yeah. And I guess for a lot of people, when it comes to actually accepting that they're eventually going to die someday, they have to react emotionally, and so because of that emotional response, it inhibits them from reacting logically.
Yeah.
And in order to save their emotions, they have to rely on something illogical.
Ooh.
So it's about saving their emotion. That's pretty much what it is. It's too hard for them to believe in the fact and come to terms with the fact that they will die. The emotional stress of that is too much. So they have to have some cop out. Like,
to you it's a cop out. You can deal with the logic of it.
To me it's a cop out.
My question to you,
but it's also understandable.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. But my question to you,
and also I could be wrong.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I'm probably,
should I say is wrong?
I'm probably not. But
yeah, low key.
Yeah,
Tom's got a pretty good track record.
Lowest of keys. Yeah, if I say something,
it's pretty much. It's verifiable.
It could be verified to some degree.
Yeah. Well, then I would reply to you with the question: have you had a very high emotional experience in your life, like? Something that you would say that's on par with some of the highest things that as a human you could emotionally deal with. I'm not saying you.
I don't know. My responses to things they're not extremely emotional though.
Yeah.
But like that being said, like obviously.
Because I used to be so fucking similar to you in that regard. I used to be like, and I still had the same values as I do now.
Yeah.
But I just used to think that it is a cop out because it is. But just add a little e. It's a cope out.
A cope out. Yeah, no.
Because I've been to emotional points that I'm just
even though I call it a cop out, that doesn't mean I think it's bad.
No.
Yeah, I still think that it's I don't know though. That's the fucking Like I understand why.
Yeah.
Why these things are good.
Yeah.
And I'm saying they are good.
Yeah, no, definitely.
In a lot of circumstances.
By and large, they're good.
But that being said, would it be better if everyone believed otherwise and was able to actually accept death?
Yeah, but that's asking...
And then, is that even possible? Probably not.
Yeah, that's asking too much of humanity.
Yeah, I think it is asking a lot.
Yeah, because that's pretty much saying what would happen. But on the contrary, fuck.
Yeah, come on.
That is some Hitler shit, is it not?
What?
He wanted to eradicate all the lesser beings. Is there some validity? I want to get fucking killed for this.
Yeah.
Is there some validity to the hyper, to the like radicalized feeling?
But his
that was right. Yeah,
that was fueled from racism.
Yeah. But
it was fueled because they were purely different.
Because at the end of the day, right?
Because this is coming from what's best for humanity.
Well, what's best for his version of humanity? Yeah.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
at the same,
because a lot of people would see what I'm doing and they'd say that's devil's work.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm going against their religion.
Exactly. But, in a sense, right? Nature and evolution works the same way. If you're not good enough, you're dead.
Yeah, you're out.
Whether it's a moral thing or not, you're dead.
Yeah.
You're out. That's pretty much what Hitler did. I'm not saying it's good or bad that we should do it or we shouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything. All right.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is,
I think Hitler was bad.
that might. If I was gonna fucking categorically make.
I had to put money on it.
Yeah. It's not funny. We're not laughing.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
Yeah.
Like, we take it very seriously to those affected by all that shit.
Just cut it.
But yeah, that ideology, right? It works. It would work if you killed all the dumb individuals.
I don't know.
If you had an IQ, if you made everyone take an IQ test,
Yeah.
and only the top 20% could live, would the world be a better place?
Yeah, but do we need people with?
Well, that's what you're
Do we
saying.
need an even spread of IQs, or would it eventually
Well, that's
just
what you're
become?
saying.
Would the same thing happen?
Yeah, eventually.
That'd still be. Yeah, I don't know.
Start with heaps of things, and then we'll just go back to the normal distribution.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so. I think that's probably what would end up happening.
Yeah, I think that's probably what has happened over time with extinction events, and like there's surely be times in humanity's history where we've had like 5% of the population survive.
Yeah,
Or, like,
yeah.
Small, even in just
Right.
closed, like Australia,
Some
like
of those,
Aboriginal.
some of those mass extinctions, not for humans, but for all these other animals.
Yeah.
You know, like 98% of organisms
Yeah,
died
yeah,
or something.
yeah, yeah.
Some of them. So
Yeah.
then, start all over again.
How
Though.
close do you reckon we are to one of those?
I mean, well, with our climate change stuff,
Jeez.
we're pretty close. I reckon.
I reckon, yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's also a benefit of
No,
the world shutting down.
I have a verified opinion on climate
Go on.
change. I do.
What? Oh, as in socially verified?
just to all the haters out there. I reckon.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Mr. Handler.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
No, I actually love Hando.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I reckon, I don't know, humans, what will kill humans first, nature or ourselves? And in our
Is there a difference?
in our case, when nature kills us, it's just ourselves because we did it to ourselves. If it's climate change.
Yeah.
Like, climate change, like the biggest impact it'll have on our lives, it'll just make things far more expensive and it'll cause heaps of conflict.
Yeah. Fuel, water.
Yeah. Already like the top economic concerns in the world, I saw some study. Like,
Yeah.
most of them are environmental related and
Yeah.
heavily impacted by climate change.
Wow,
Because
yeah.
right now, like, we're living in Melbourne. You can see the city.
Yeah.
There seems to be some barrier between
Weird flex,
nature.
right. Bit of a stunt.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Sus
Like-
the view.
Yeah,
Anyways.
sus it.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, there seems to be some, like, there's some barrier between nature and the urban environment.
it's
like,
almost-
like we seem like we're taking over it, but we're still very much relying on it.
Yeah.
Like, nature will win.
But it's also, this is still nature.
Yeah. That's also the other thing.
It's such a cool.
This is nature as well, because
you can't have this couch or this
because-
wood without chopping down a
Yeah.
tree, right?
yeah, that's what I always think about. Where do you draw the line between the natural world and the, like, because this is technically natural as well.
Yeah.
It's better just pre-human, post-human. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
It's like gets to a bad point when the way that you make it is harmful for the rest of the making process, which is what climate change effectively is, like global
Yeah.
warming, the gas, the carbon emissions.
that
and
stuff. Right. The thing that annoys me with that is that we know what's wrong.
shit. Yeah.
We know how to fix it. We can fix it, and it's still nothing gets done. That shows that is a perfect example. Like, so you have a scenario where human existence is directly threatened. We know exactly how it's going to work.
I don't care. Yeah.
We know how to fix it.
Yeah.
We have the resources to fix it.
Yeah.
We have had lots of time to fix it.
Yeah.
But the structures that we have in place, call it government, call it capitalism, whatever you want,
Yeah.
somehow it hasn't let it happen.
Would you
I put it down to human greed, to be honest.
greed? I would
Human
put it down
greed
to
in the people in the fossil fuel industry.
Yeah, that. But I would also put it down to the general perception that ignorance is bliss.
Yeah,
which it is.
That too. You forget about something, you don't have to worry about it.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind.
But there's also a toxicity to that. If you're hyper aware of all these world events, that's everything's bad. You're posting to your story about the fucking things in Lebanon. You're creating this stress. The cortisol goes up. Bro. Your life expectancy just fucking goes down straight off.
Dude, honestly,
away.
Nah. So that's why, because I always used to be, especially particularly with the climate change stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm studying the meteorology and stuff, and I want to do like climate science.
Yeah.
Like that's something I'm passionate about, interested about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm around all that stuff all the time. I'm like aware of all these predictions, what's going to happen, the consequences of that.
Yeah.
And like
scientific predictions.
It's like it's depressing. Yeah. To an extent, but then like I used to always like it'd get to the point where I'd think, I've got to fix this. What can I do to like try and improve it? But like
that's so noble. That's so hard.
But now I've actually got to a different point. Yeah. I think it's easier to just be pessimistic and just accept whatever happens.
Ooh.
But still be willing to like try and put in the effort to make a change.
Well, this is what we're doing right now is what we can do. Putting out a message that says we think you're all silly.
Yeah.
But also,
but is it like I don't know, like
shutting down the whole world has helped so much with climate change, I assume.
Not really.
Not really?
Yeah, okay, maybe
it's a happy accident or maybe not, but
it's still in the long run. Like, it's not much, you know.
Yeah.
Like we're still burning fossil fuels throughout the entire thing.
Yeah. Do you reckon we'll find some sort of mystical like nuclear reactor that would make all our
we already have everything. Everything's there.
Hydropower. Like
I swear
they have it in some countries, like Scandinavia.
Yeah, a lot of countries are quite renewable. Australia is really getting left behind.
Really?
Where like we could be on the forefront, but we are in the dust. Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Our government. I can say wholeheartedly I think it is just purely because of corruption in the Australian government.
Ooh.
Just because of the funding that goes on from the fossil fuel companies, all the old money, straight into these.
Got a whole lot of new money though.
Yeah, got a whole lot of new money though. Straight up. Yeah. But all that old money. Yeah.
No, say it, bro. Fucking the corruption runs.
It is. It's there, man. And it's just all those people in Parliament. That's their buddies. That's their friends. Even I was watching something. It was on the ABC the other day, and it was just like all these politicians, Australian politicians, and they were just saying like, pretty much how corrupt our politics already is. Like people. They pay politicians for like an hour interview or whatever.
Do they?
Pay them like $100,000.
I didn't even know they got paid.
Like pay $50,000 or some shit
for a news interview.
No, so like okay, so I'm a politician.
Yeah.
You own a coal company or something, or like anything.
Got you.
Any big company.
Yep.
You can say, all right, I want to have a meeting with you. All right. You have a meeting. We talk together. You also pay me $100,000 for the hour.
Just for the
All right. There's no contractual agreement. I don't say I'm going to do anything, but it's known that you're giving me that money. I'm going to help you out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how politics is, like, how that is working.
Corruption,
Yeah, that is corruption.
Yeah. How do you regulate it?
I don't know, bro. But then, like, that being said, like, can the system even get much better? Like, everyone always thinks there's some type of ideal.
Yeah.
There's never going to be a perfect system.
Alright, two things.
There will never be a perfect system.
Two things. Judeo-Christian values. All it is the pursuit of a good ideal, even though we know we're probably never going to get there.
Yeah.
But the second thing, remember when you were talking about how...
Can we even have a system where everyone is perfectly happy?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a best case scenario, and there's what's pretty good.
When you were talking about capitalism.
Yeah.
About how you can get all of these people up the top, the top 1% own the 99.
Yeah.
But in biology, in terms of biology, you always have hierarchies. You always have the 20% that runs the rest of the 80. You always have 20% of the males with 80% of the females, which leads me on to my next topic of when we were talking about the
but just because it's natural, all right,
doesn't mean it's
I don't think that necessarily compels me to think that it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I think the only thing that matters really is human experience. Like that's what I think.
That's what I said in my video.
That's what I think.
What the meaning of life is.
You know, some people can say like, I don't know, you want to progress technology or something like that. Yeah. I don't think that's not the number one thing.
Well,
the number one thing.
Yeah, go. Sorry.
The number one thing is how good this thing we call consciousness is
how good the game
for
is.
everyone. How good the game is.
Collective.
How fun it is. Fun, good, happy, whatever word you want to put on it.
Yeah.
Whatever measure of good.
Yeah. Positivity. Yeah.
Yeah, positivity. Like however you can get that to the best, that is the thing that matters.
Yeah.
Having the best experiences for people.
Will you always have the people that will lose no matter what? Will you
Yeah,
always have
yeah,
the same reason you always have the people that will win no matter what?
That's the thing. So that's the ideal. Human experience, improve it to that point.
To a point where it's not like very imbalanced, you're saying?
Yeah. Not even imbalanced. Just the most amount of people possible having a good experience.
Got you.
That's what you want. And that doesn't mean they're not going to go through tough things in their life.
Oh, no,
it just means that they have the best opportunities to like have the best like experiences and stuff like that.
Got you.
Like that's the number one.
Yeah.
Because that's what matters. What you actually feel, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about everything, your experience. That's what matters.
Yeah. Because we are God, bro.
Yeah.
Your God is just you.
Yeah.
Effectively, and the pursuit of making you the best ideal possible.
Yeah.
Is just a smart version of the dumbed down version of religion.
But you don't even. Yeah, I don't even know if I'd go as far to say you have to make yourself like the best version possible. Like, obviously, you do.
I do.
You want to make yourself best person possible, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I don't even know if it's useful to think about it in that sense. Maybe it's more useful just to think about like, just do what you want to do, enjoy it. Like,
but
try and find progression as well, and progression's important.
Yeah.
You're trying to improve on things.
I would say
we crave the progress, the striving for a goal. We need it.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I don't know, just the idea of
becoming
having
the best version of yourself is like a never-ending goal, which is why it's good.
Yeah.
Because like you can always be better.
Maybe not best, the version of yourself you actually want to
enjoy,
which is the best.
Yeah.
Which is the best. Yeah. Because I guess sometimes with the connotation of like you're the best version of yourself, it can also like
it's not the richest version of yourself.
Yeah, it can also like go into that stuff and like that's definitely not the best.
And there's so many like sections of the internet
just carved out for that, bro. So a lot of the self-improvement stuff, I find it hard to stomach now. You know?
Yeah.
Like previously, I could look at it.
Yeah.
And I could be like, I can take something from that.
Exactly. That's fucking everything.
Yeah.
That's religion. That's self-help. That's fucking seeing a psychiatrist. You take the best and you leave the shit that doesn't resonate.
Yeah. And I guess, I've already had a look at all that stuff, so I guess I've taken what I can from that. But everything. You just try and take what you can.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. There's just a lot of rubbish, you know.
A lot of shit to try.
And I reckon it all feeds into that same fucking American dream propaganda, bro.
It's an ego paradigm.
It literally is like, it is.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff.
Yeah, you're right. You're bang on the money.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's all about that same stuff. Like you can grind and you can make it happen.
Yeah.
Like you can if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do it. And if you don't want to do it, you don't have to live your life in this way where like you're always like hustling or working. If that's what you want to do though, fucking that is what you're meant to do. Go for it.
Yeah. If that's who you are when you're happiest.
Yeah. Then 100%.
I don't think that's anyone though. Like you got to be a certain level of committed to something.
You just got to find the level I guess that you want. Yeah. But I reckon now it's like it's being like that idea that you always have to be like just fucking
doing the best,
milking out your work
with your time. Yeah.
Just got like you can only do things productive.
Yeah. I fall into that trap heaps, bro.
Yeah. I used to be in that trap, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think like that's just not what it's about.
Yeah, no, it's not.
What is that end goal? Like you should just spend it doing what you actually want to do.
Well, what I actually want to do, in my personal thing,
Yeah.
is just like, I don't know, elevate people's understanding of the world, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, you have a type of message. You feel a certain way about the world, and you want to share that with others.
I feel like Jordan Peterson says, I assume, sometimes illogically, that I have something of value to give to the world.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do.
Yeah. I think that as well. Okay, what is because I have an answer for this for me.
Okay.
What is for you like? What would be that one thing, like the one like overarching thing that you would want to communicate with others? If you could just snap your finger and you can make everyone else like realize that thing, what would it be? Or like an overarching view on things, you know?
Yeah.
Like, not for everyone, but like, what is the thing that you would want to like, your legacy almost?
Everybody
maybe,
to understand based on what they've interacted with me. All right.
Yeah.
That in order to progress, you must eat shit. You must fail to learn. because we're so scared as a society, as a culture, as a humanity of being in the dirt, of being in the shit. The fucking seed needs to be planted in the dirt, bro. You gotta fuck up and fuck up and fuck up before you finally hit your potential, and that's playing the fool type shit.
Playing the fool.
But yeah, what was your answer?
My favourite, playing the fool.
Productions.
I don't know. Yeah, play the fool productions. Nah, mine would definitely be just like, I reckon like, because for me, the most comforting thing is always like the science stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so understanding just the history of how humans, like how I actually got to be here.
Yeah.
Alright. So we're here on Earth, but then we had, whatever, 13.8 billion years since the start of the universe.
Of no us.
Alright, so we've had all these things, galaxies form. Alright, then somehow, 4.6 billion years ago, you get this rock.
Yeah.
Around the sun,
Yeah.
and it's in a perfect distance.
Yeah.
Alright? Then you get a little bit of liquid water.
Yeah.
Alright? Okay, now we got these bacteria.
Yeah.
And then you get all these other things, and speciation, and then you come to all these other organisms. And it's only
bottleneck effects.
And it's only because it's only after that, 3 billion or however many years of evolution that we've actually got to here.
Yeah.
Like every single living thing can be traced back
dies alone.
Can be traced back to one living thing.
Fuck! Is it one living thing?
Yeah, what do you mean? We have the same.
Yeah, like an amoeba.
Like this fucking plant.
Yeah.
We once had a common ancestor, and I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Like we definitely had a common ancestor.
Yeah, with like bananas, shit like that.
And that's no
50%
bullshit.
of the same DNA as a banana or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at it. DNA. There's
So
there's four nucleotides or whatever.
Yeah.
Every single thing has the same 4 nucleotides. It's just the DNA is a different sequence.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the difference.
They have the same programming code.
The code
So what do
for
you
all
think
life is the same.
people would get from that if everybody understood it? Just
Yeah.
more of like an appreciation for life.
Yeah, honestly, it is just like an appreciation and understanding of like how lucky. Like it is legit. It is luck.
Yeah, great gratitude.
Like the odds of you living, like, and having this conscious experience, like it is. It's not like it was something that like just could have happened. It is so much more likely that anything else could have happened ever.
Yeah.
Than you like
being
to be
here
born.
right now.
For you to be born.
Because for you to be born, it takes.
Bro, so you could even just think about it. If my dad died, I could never be born if my dad died.
If my dad breathed in a different way before he met my mom.
Okay. So you can see everything. Yeah. So even with Earth, like, I don't know, asteroid was a little bit bigger, everything would have died.
Gravitational pull.
We don't have, I don't know, we don't have our magnetic core. We don't get
heat
protection from from the sun.
Ozone layer.
Yeah. Like all these things,
Even
when perfect distance.
Take it back to Big Bang, like. Yeah. The one little piece of, what is it? It was created by like...
Antimatter and matter.
One little piece of antimatter fucked off somewhere.
Because for every 1 billion pieces of antimatter, we have there was 1 billion and 1 pieces of matter.
Yeah.
So that is the only reason. That is the only reason all this matter here is just here because there's that extra 1 billion and 1 in that ratio.
Crazy.
Bro, another cool thing with the antimatter is that like antimatter is like a real particle. It's a real thing. It's just as real as this matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
It's like the negative space.
It's the negative. Like so if I had like a matter particle and an antimatter particle here, like what would happen straight away? They'd just form and then they cease to exist after that.
Really?
Yeah. That's how it works. That's why we never get antimatter popping up.
Yeah.
We don't get it. It doesn't exist for very long because there's such a surplus of matter. Straight away, it just binds to the matter.
Is that because the universe is expanding constantly?
No, because
there'll be a point where there's more antimatter than matter. Then
because all the matter in the universe. You can't. Yeah, I know, because it's always that same ratio, 1 billion and 1 to 1 billion. So it's not like there's going to just be. You can't like create more matter.
Yeah.
You can't destroy. You can't destroy or create matter.
Fuck, or energy, yeah.
Or energy. It's always preserved somehow.
Conservation of matter.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
So
another cooked biological fact.
That's
the thing we were talking about how you have 2 times.
Yeah,
female
that
ancestors.
is.
I'll get it up now, but
I could not believe that when you told me.
We were talking about like feminine versus masculine to a degree.
Yeah.
And I was kind of saying that females will always have the power I don't know. How do I say this without sounding retarded?
In general, females are the selectors of mates.
Sexual selectors.
Sexual selectors. When we say that, that is a broad statement.
Yeah.
Like, that is an in general statement.
Yeah. But it's still true to the degree that you have double female ancestors than male.
And that's also a reflection of the top 20% of the men.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like,
so what that means is...
Because previously when we did live close more to like...
Yeah. So what is it like... It's because the most successful males
have
of
multiple...
the species have on average 2 female partners that they reproduce with.
There you go.
And they create children.
That's perfect. That works out.
There you go.
That's 2, mate. Yeah. There you go.
We've accounted for the ratio.
Yeah, that's the ratio. Done and dusted, mate.
Crazy. But that just goes to show, bro, everything's a biological hierarchy. So how can you avoid it? If everything follows the same rule, like the Fibonacci shit. If nature follows all the same rules, the same nucleotides, the same genes, the same programming code.
Like,
it's the same
so are you trying to say even like...
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's all connected.
Potentially.
To God. To AI.
To ourselves. Yeah.
But with one big AI.
But with that, like, yeah. With
view.
that main message, yeah. It's just fucking like... Just understanding that, like, it is a very small likelihood that you could have ever been alive.
Wow.
And it's fucked to think that you are alive. It's fucked to think that life's even possible.
Yeah, I know.
Like, because what's happened, like, we're on the Earth, and we have physical laws. Like, we have everything, it just abides by the laws of physics, the laws of nature.
Yep.
All right? We have these constants, we have all these forces and stuff.
For this sector of the universe.
No, just for
everywhere?
For the universe. Everywhere in the universe, the gravitational constant, all the forces, everything acts exactly the same. We know that for a fact.
Okay.
Everywhere in our universe.
Yeah.
Within our universe.
Yeah.
Everything's the same.
Yeah.
So the only thing is, like, for us to exist, it just means that naturally the laws of the universe have allowed it and made it happen.
Yeah.
So because of these different, chemical principles or whatever, little, I don't know, fucking chemicals were able to, like, recreate or procreate or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that led to a reactive system where it fucking...
Yeah, and then
just keeps going.
Endosymbiosis, thing, like shit like that.
And the thing pushing it forward is just the natural laws.
Pure chaos.
The chaos,
randomness.
bro. And it's just the randomness of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's why it's always order and chaos, bro.
Just natural, man.
The balance between order and chaos is... Okay.
Yeah.
I was talking to Malcolm Dennis, and he said that he likes skateboarding because it follows the rules of order and chaos. Because you have 1 foot in order and 1 foot in chaos when you pedal. And I was like, fuck, that's crazy.
True. Then you fall.
Yeah. Have you heard of the Jordan Peterson thing where he talks about skating?
No.
You go to sus. Because he's like, the amount of risk that they take for the little reward that they get when you skate, just to get that trick, is like very good for your mental health and your progression as a
Really?
He says that.
Yeah, because you're willing. Yep.
You're willing to take, and that's what I'm saying.
Because you're willing to do it for that when there actually is a high risk.
Exactly.
Like,
that's why
danger.
I fucking skate, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I skate, because, like I said before, if I had one choice for everyone to understand, I would want it to be that everybody fails.
Yeah.
And you know why?
Yeah.
Because that fosters, innately, that fosters acceptance. Because you look at someone fucking eating dirt, you look at a homeless person, and you think, I could easily be there. If I was in a different scenario. And you help them.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, an American Psycho who fucking shanks the guy and, like, have you seen that? American Psycho? He's just like some antisocial.
No, he's a good cunt.
Yeah, he fucking hates.
Actually, I reckon it's a fat movie.
Oh,
it's a fat movie because, like, it's so believable.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, you can see how something like that would happen, and it's funny how, like, no one could believe him at the end.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? Like, no one can clock.
You don't know whether it's real or not. Yeah.
Yeah, no one can clock the fact, like, this cunt's a murderer.
Yeah.
But he's a businessman. He's respected.
Yeah.
He's successful.
I think it's also teasing the fact that the traits of a high person like that and the traits of a CEO are fucking one and the same.
Similar, bro.
Very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar. But I don't think.
Yeah.
Did he make him? I think he didn't make his own fortune in that movie. I think he was like his dad owned the company or something.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know how, but yeah, it is fucking.
Yeah. Because like in philosophy last year, you know, we did personal identity.
Yeah.
I think we did. So pretty much, alright, personal identity. What makes me me?
Mm.
Alright. we know for a fact that my cells are cycled through. So the actual physical matter that might separate me from me 10 years ago is different.
So you're saying
it's different atoms.
Atoms change every 7 years.
Okay, yeah. So the atoms are actually different.
Yeah.
All right.
Between 2 periods of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? So what really does make me?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
If you're physical, that's what I'm saying. You say it's all body. It's not all body.
And then if I don't have an immaterial soul as well.
What does that mean?
Like an immaterial soul, a soul that is not, I cannot tangibly touch. Like you would believe in a soul,
okay,
that you cannot, that I cannot touch.
That inhabits
that is not matter.
Yeah, that inhabits your container.
Yeah,
if you want to put it like that, of your being. Yep.
Yeah.
Go.
The being container. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, the shell.
Yeah. So if I don't have that immaterial soul, my cells get cycled through. Then, it's weird that we have this conception of other people as, like, this is Thomas. This is him. Like, where actually is that? It's just like,
I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously everyone would have a different perception of who you are based on their experiences with you as well.
Yeah.
So you're not fixed in anyone. Like, between two people, between everyone that knows you, they have a different connotation of you.
Conception. Yeah, they've used their judgments about past experiences with other people.
That's how, that's just like personality types and how you get along. Like, I have positive perception of you, and that's why we're like, and you probably have the same as me. That's why we're mates.
Yeah.
And like those things, like I could have a positive perception of you because of things that aren't even really logical.
Yeah.
And that's why like people can be friends when it's like in a logical state.
Yeah.
Same way people could be enemies based on just a stupid belief.
Yeah. But what is the root of my identity?
I don't know.
Like it's just a cooked thing to think about.
Do you is it innate in you from the moment you're born, or do you foster yourself through time?
I think it's gonna have to do a lot with genetics.
Yeah.
Like my answer when I did my essay was like, it's got a lot to do with genetics, but then it's also got to do with memory. Yeah. Because if you don't have your memory, then you're not the same person.
Yeah.
You're actually not.
Yeah.
Like, you know all those case studies where like people get like a knock to the head or something.
Yeah.
And then like their wife will just leave them, or like the husband will leave them because they're not the same person.
They're different.
Like they're full different.
They like hit a reset button.
Yeah, there's like some reset
somehow,
and then somehow their identity just shifts.
Yeah.
And like, it's hard to pinpoint what that is, but like
it's almost like another way of like mind control, like the Winter Soldier. You know the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
How he like reads the red book to him and he just becomes a different like one of his alters takes over.
Yeah.
It's like how many do we have unlocked? Do we have alternate versions of ourselves that are dormant now? That could at any moment just pop out based on an experience?
Yeah.
That's what like high traumatic events are. If you have an event with a lot of trauma, it changes you forever.
Yeah.
Like a near-death experience changes you forever.
Yeah. Bro, near-death experiences change people for the better because they realise that they're going to die.
Majoritively. Yeah. But maybe do you only hear about the good stories?
I'm not saying. Yeah, potentially.
I feel like that's... What is that called? It's like a...
Yeah, but something. Like the near-death experiences can obviously be super traumatic. But like, I don't know, it's... you do obviously see those examples, like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I would agree with you that it's on the whole positive.
Yeah. If you don't die.
Have you had a near-death experience?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like, there's obviously times where you think about, fuck, maybe I'm not invincible anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe I could die.
I have the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna... If I jump over this building, I'll just respawn in my bed tomorrow.
That's I don't know. I feel that's so damaging.
Nah, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
But on this contrary, like it helps in certain situations.
But I feel like, that's weird then, because like if you actually truly think that your life doesn't finish when you die.
Yeah.
But you have, like, but based on me knowing you and your actions, you're someone who definitely takes advantage of their life, and like you go out and you just do shit, you know.
Yeah.
So
to the fullest experience.
Yeah, you're living to the fullest, but like that also makes me think that you actually do believe that there's nothing after life.
Alright, here's how I kind of view it. The same way that when you die, and you just drop on the soil, the elements and all the things in your body are eaten or consumed back into nature.
Yeah.
The same way your consciousness is brought, or your soul, if you would put it like that, is brought back into the universal Ethernet.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm only here in this conscious existence.
So your soul's attached to your body right here now.
Yeah, but it's not going to be... That's what I believe.
Okay.
Your soul...
So you're still taking advantage of it being attached to
Yes, because I will never get...
this experience again.
Ever again. So
it's the same thing. So
we've gone to the same conclusion.
You still think you're going to die then. That is still death.
Yeah, well...
Technically.
But it's
life as you know it now will end.
Yeah,
It'll cease.
Yeah. This conscious existence,
Okay.
is transient,
Alright.
not permanent.
All right. Yeah. So that's why.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So it's the
That,
same
that
thing.
makes me feel better about my theory.
Yeah,
about,
it's the same thing, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I already inherently knew that. We come to the same conclusion, we just have different ways of getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. The conclusion is slightly different.
Well,
But in effect.
no, the explanation is vastly different, but the conclusion is the same thing. We're not here forever, so we have to make the best of it.
Okay, yeah, that conclusion's the same. Yeah, we aren't here forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most
And that's the thing that like has
Nah,
helped me so
but-
much.
Bro, but no one is willing to even talk about it. Like
Yeah.
it is taboo. It is
Fear of failure.
It is taboo. It's taboo for me to like bring it up to someone and say like,
What?
you're gonna die one day. If I just start, if
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
if I just
It's
go up to
frowned
someone,
upon, yeah.
if I go up to someone and I like bring it up in conversation,
Yeah.
like you're gonna die one day.
Yeah.
It's gonna all end, and and also, it's not that you're just gonna die one day. The other thing people have to realize, like everyone, like you can view your life as like, all right, we're in Australia. What's our life expectancy? Like 85 or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right, I'm at 0 here, and then there's 85, and it's just loading. I'm here, but I've still got this much left. Like you can't think of it like that. It can't be I'm at 20 and then I've got 65 years left to my death or
on
whatever.
average, yeah.
It should just be like each day I could die.
Yeah,
But it's just adding on.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you think about it like this,
it's so-
then you
it's
actually
so
like
fucking
it's
high.
it's always just about like expectations versus reality.
Yeah.
If you expect this, then you can't be happy.
Yeah.
Because
You just see every day as a part of the like
yeah.
in the way.
Yeah.
A to B.
Yeah, exactly. Because but it's actually not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like cuz bro, it's easy to just die. Like I could just go out
Virgil
like,
Abloh.
some shit could just drop on my head.
Yeah.
I could just be in a car.
Yeah.
Like that's an easy way to die.
Yeah.
Health things,
Yeah.
we had a pen. No, we didn't have that. We didn't have anything.
What are you talking
We had a
about?
pots and pans. Yep. Yeah.
The fucking thought police are coming for you right now,
Yeah,
mate.
they're
on the way.
coming for
The
me.
drones
They're
are
gonna
coming.
shadow ban me. They're gonna shadow ban my Instagram, even though I don't have a YouTube. Yeah.
But even then,
Fuck
like,
you, Zuck. You
Yeah.
stupid cunt.
the thing is, like, you can't. It's bad. The same way that it's bad to tell someone you're gonna die, it's bad to tell a kid that Santa's not real. No one likes having their illusions broken.
Yeah.
That's why, and then when
But there comes a certain point you just gotta fucking grow up.
But
Same
if you
shit,
go around
bro.
breaking everyone's illusions, which is to some degree, it's what I'm doing on YouTube.
You have to break the illusion, and then you have to build it up with good foundations
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
That's the thing. You can't I can't just take the chair out from underneath you. I have to
Oh.
you have to
If somebody's first interaction with you is very bad like that, you break all their illusions.
Yeah.
The same thing we were talking about. Their image of you, their identity
Bro,
of you.
I love that shit.
Yeah, it's just like it starts off bad. That's like first impression is so important.
I don't even.
If I go in here, if the first thing you hear me say is the virus was fake,
Yeah.
what are you gonna think? This is an idiot. It's obviously not fake.
But yeah, bro, it comes down to playing the fool though. I fucking love it. I fucking love it so much. I just fucking love it. Nah. GH beautiful baby. Jokes. That's a joke, guys. Yeah. that could be the intro. GH beautiful baby.
Yeah.
Fucking love it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Nah, but like honestly, like just play the fool.
Yeah.
That is the way.
How would you say it, like explain to someone who doesn't know what it is though?
playing the fool?
Not even that, just like somebody who's very, very aversive to even being perceived to be in any way wrong or on the wrong side of what everyone else thinks is what's happening.
Because it all comes down to how you feel about being how you want to be perceived by others, and how if you are comfortable with other people having an incorrect
Negative.
perception of you.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
incorrect.
Yeah. Well, at the same
They
time,
have a perception of you as something that's not true. No one is gonna have a fucking good no one knows who you are.
is there a correct
No
perception of
no one has a correct perception of you.
Yeah, but is there
like
one?
you have
Personal identity.
You have a close one to me.
Yeah.
We're good friends.
Yeah.
So I have a good perception of you.
Yeah.
But I don't have 100%. I don't know
No.
100%.
Well, I don't have 100% of
Yeah,
myself.
exactly.
Nor do you. So it's like,
Yeah. So
who are we?
So if everyone's perceptions of you are going to be wrong anyway, might as well have a bit of fun with it and just make them think something entirely wrong.
Yes. Yeah. I
then-
work at 6 a.m. tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
In the smoker section.
Yeah, dead set.
What's your name? Bill.
Yeah. I'm Bilbo Baggins, and I just fucking I knock hammers for a living, and I've got work in 1 hour.
Yeah. Can I have some rack?
Yeah. Come on, mate. Yeah, bro, yeah, one cunt, he goes, anywhere within, I'm Bagser, anywhere within 30 minutes of the Southern Pen, I'll come deliver to you. If not, you have to come to me. Yeah. Bro, it's just more fun that way. But then,
oh yeah.
Yeah, and then you value what you actually are yourself.
Yeah.
Rather than, because the perceptions actually have no impact on, like okay, they can, yeah, in certain ways, but you have to know
before you jump and realize that the jump is onto a trampoline.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
But until you play the fool and you think, fuck, I didn't really.
Yeah. And obviously, obviously, like, people's judgments of you, they matter in some scenarios.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like you, and like appearance, like sometimes you just have to
maintain appearance.
You have to maintain appearance, and like what people think of you, it does matter.
In
sometimes.
what instance, like in jobs?
Yeah, like a job interview.
Like,
because how
even
else?
Like scouting for like.
Because that's what it is. They judge you.
Yeah.
You have to present something of yourself.
Yeah.
That is representative of what they're gonna get.
Yeah, or what they're interested in.
Because if I go into a job, what they're interested in.
Yeah.
And then they can get what they get after if they're lucky.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But like if you go in somewhere and you're trying to get something out of them, I don't know.
That's even like when you're talking to chicks.
Yeah, anything.
They can smell it. Like when you're trying to get something, it's like obvious.
Yeah.
It's a turn off.
Yeah.
When you're going into a sales environment and you obviously want the customer to buy your product, they're like, bro, stop trying to force this down my throat.
If you hound them. Yeah. Dead set.
That's it. Never hound. Fuck hounds.
Yeah.
Cancel hounds, I reckon.
Yeah. I know there might be a few viewers who support the cancel hound message.
Get rid of all dogs. Yeah, don't worry about them.
Give hounds second chances.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Let's actually talk about that.
Yeah.
Cancel culture and giving people second chances. At what point do we just completely fucking rule out someone's entire existence based on the fact that they said something that we don't like?
Yeah, no. You know what I want to bring it back to?
What?
The moral zeitgeist thing. You know, I was talking about with Richard Dawkins.
Yeah.
Alright. So back in the day, Charles Darwin.
Yeah.
He was a progressive person, but he would have views which are considered extremely racist today.
So many like pioneers have done the same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Steve Jobs, Galileo Galilei. The list goes on. Continue,
okay. Yeah. Okay. So like even now, the stuff that's like bad is when we have people getting cancelled for stuff that they said 30 years ago, like 20 years ago. Like, does that really matter? And also, it's said at a different time in different context.
Yeah.
It could be appropriate back then, but then now we're looking back with no context. We can still realise it's the wrong thing.
Limited context.
And we can call it out. Like you can say like that is the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And also, is cancelling someone a productive way for society to function?
I think it comes back to...
I don't know. I'm not claiming to know the answer.
Yeah, I don't think it's productive innately.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to back it.
I think you have to be willing to believe that people are capable of change.
Yeah.
Forgiveness, because that's what it operates under the assumption that people...
You gotta forgive people, bro.
Yeah,
if you spend your whole life just cancelling people the second they do you wrong, who are you gonna be left with at the end of your life?
But again, that being said, there also has to come a point where some people are just too fucked, and it's just like, that's enough.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, you just gotta... And I guess it's just your own call to say what scenario that is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a difficult line, and it's very situational.
Yeah, it is.
But I think that I'm a person that would forgive quite easily.
Yeah, even just
because I don't really have a real... Because I know that, like, I am different to the person I was 6 months ago, let alone 2 years or 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, same.
And sometimes you have to be cancelled to realise things about yourself
to go through the change.
Yeah, but also, and when it relates to playing the fool a bit, if you care about being cancelled, you probably deserve to be cancelled. If I get cancelled tomorrow and nobody watches my YouTube videos, am I going to stop making them? No.
Yeah.
It's like therapy for me, bro. This is
sick. I
get to put my...
Dead set.
I'll still do it.
You can have...
But it'll have the opposite effect, because I know that all the energy of cancellation will go to me, and then I'll just thrive off it, and I'll be like saving more dumb shit, or actually people have a second to look at me and be like, wow, maybe he's not actually silly.
Using it to your advantage.
Yeah. That is like the one thing I take away from Kanye West, if anything.
Yeah.
Look dumb so many times. And Trump look dumb so many times. I'm not saying they're good people, like you should follow their ideologies, but it's just like they're more successful than you or me.
Trump proved to me a lot of things.
Yeah.
But like, he was able to find success while still not even appearing dumb, while being dumb.
But do you think he's dumb?
He's a dumb person.
I think
okay, yeah, obviously he's smart at some things. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
no.
he became the president of the United States and he's rich.
But
Alright.
he's rich not because of him, which is
Okay,
why
okay.
I would. It's plausible that he's an idiot. For me.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think he's an idiot, but it's plausible.
I would give it a good amount of money that he's
Average
not all.
IQ.
He's not all up there. He's not. At least he's not super smart.
Yeah. Well, as previous presidents,
Because even you can even just tell by his wording, his vocabulary.
Yeah.
It's very limited.
But
everything
with
with
just
him
catering to his audience of people.
But then again, is he playing the fool?
Oh,
Is he just Because if he is, it worked.
it worked. Oh my god, it actually worked.
Yeah.
And yet, the whole of America.
But I think also that could also be more of a reflection, not upon his success, but upon the downfalls of American society.
Yeah. That's a lot of that.
Upon the polarization of their politics and all that.
Yeah.
Which
the commercialization of their politics. And it's like more entertainment than it is like the progression of the world.
You can bet on it, can't you? It's like a game. It's like a game for them, bro.
That we live in a game.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
it is a game. But pretty much. That's how you have to approach life, bro.
Yeah. That's the best part.
As
Simulation.
a playful fun.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a game.
If I die, how many levels did I accumulate?
That's the thing, bro. That's the thing I was saying before, like that view on life. Like, if you just have it each day is a positive. It's like is an addition. Like if this isn't guaranteed, each day is just an addition. Then you have nothing. You have nothing to lose. It's literally just a game.
Yeah.
There is literally nothing to lose.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And that it's not even that. That's just a way of thinking about things. That is the right way.
Yeah,
because
the way.
it's actually true.
But you know why people don't think it?
Because on average, I probably will live to 85 or older. It's there's a better chance that I will live to that than I won't.
Then you won't, yeah.
But that being said, it's still damaging to believe that.
Yeah.
You can still, and I'm not saying and that doesn't mean you act in the way where I'm gonna die tomorrow, so nothing matters.
Yeah.
You still live knowing that fucking, you're gonna plan for your future and stuff.
Live for,
You have things to live for. You're gonna plan for your future, but also under the assumption and under the fact that that it could all end.
It could, yeah.
It could. And obviously that'll influence your decisions. And it should influence your decisions.
Yeah.
Because that means that you'll value your time more. You want to spend each day actually doing what you want to do.
Fuck.
Yeah.
True. There you go.
It's more important, man.
Yeah. I reckon that's such a sick message.
Yeah.
That's the best message.
That is like the most important.
Fill your day with things you want to. So many people, and the reason why I brought it up before, why do you think people don't live to the fullest, don't play the fool, they're not comfortable? Why do you think the scarcity mindset versus the abundance mindset is more prevalent? Because we've been gaslit by the corrupt politicians, the corrupt government, the capitalistic society, to think that you're always in need of something that I have to give you, and you pay me for that thing.
Bro, but the view...
When humanity wakes up to the realization that when you think abundantly, things will happen for you, like you just explained.
Bro,
the sky's the limit, bro.
Because even that thought, it's so easy just to get caught in the thinking about
the future,
that future type shit,
past, future. You need to be present. Yeah.
Past, future, present.
Yeah. Eckhart Tolle shit. Yeah, legit, bro. Pray.
Yeah,
just
that's it.
This fusion
in the sentiment.
Mashallah.
Yeah. That's enough, man.
Yeah. Shout out. Shout out to all the fucking stupid things I said.
Yeah, but that's it's so empowering though. It almost does feel empowering, yeah.
Oh, bro.
Because you feel like you're gaining something each day, because you are.
Because I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be
all profit.
But it can be easy just to think about that future shit. I'm gonna do this in 10 years. I'm gonna do that in 20.
Yeah.
Bro, that's why. You know what movie I fucking love? Uncut Gems.
Right.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Alright. Uncut Gems is one of my favourite movies because this is what I see as the message.
Go.
It's a stressful movie, yeah?
Big time.
Everyone's uncomfortable in that.
The whole time.
Dude's under stress. He's got a lot of stress in his life. Then he comes up big. He's on top of the world.
Yeah.
He has solved every single problem in his world.
Yeah.
He dies.
Yeah.
That's reflective of what can happen in life.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to some of my other mates. They were saying I hated the ending. It was a bad ending. That ending made the movie.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that gave it the message.
That's why I love the Safdie brothers, the directors of that movie. They understand shit like that.
Yeah, bro. Because you can go about everything. Everything seems so important. All these little things. And then suddenly it's all over and nothing matters.
And then you're
because
reset.
You're done.
You know what? Another addition to the message that I want everyone to understand is that we come with nothing and we leave with nothing, which is exactly what you just
Yeah,
said.
that's empowering as well.
So just live with integrity.
Yeah.
If you come with nothing and leave with nothing,
Yeah.
you are born alone and die alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Fate and free will.
Alright.
Yeah. Determinism.
Do you think we have control over our ultimate fate? Because this is something that I struggle with.
I think it is most likely. I do not. It's probably it's most likely true that we don't have free will, and I mean that in the sense that
that's so interesting.
And I mean that in the sense that I don't actually have control over the thoughts that come into my head, and that's true. Like, we know that scientifically.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like you have a conversation with somebody else inside your head, but is that somebody else?
Yeah, but the original, like, the thoughts that come up in your head, they occur randomly. Like, I tell you, think of a country. What do you think of?
Botswana.
All right, how did you come up with that?
Random.
That randomly happened.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
if that's random, and then also you bring into it all our determinism stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, every particle in the universe, every atom, all acts according to the rules of physics. If you accept the fact that we as humans, we're purely material. Our brain, our conscious state, is purely a material state, just as anything else.
Yeah.
And that the way that we process things, the way that our brain works, is simply because it's made of matter.
Yeah.
The only thing that the matter in our brain can do, like any other matter, is just obey the laws of physics.
Still, it's objective. Yeah.
So does that mean that there's only one thing that can ever go on in my brain?
Fuck. Holy shit! I have no idea.
Yeah. So there's that. Then there's.
But there's so much. I feel like there's such a varied range of things that you can experience, like dreams. We have infinite realities in here we can experience without even waking up. Without even interacting with our life.
But that doesn't.
Our life.
But that doesn't conflict with the view of free will, of not having free will. You can still not have free will.
Do you control your dreams? Sometimes and sometimes not.
Even if you do control it, still not.
Why? Because it's random.
Oh no. Yeah. Well, it could. Yeah, it's random.
Maybe that's the answer.
But like
Sometimes
it's the illusion of control. You don't even if you feel like you're controlling it, it's the same thing. Because and then there's all these other experiments. You guys can look it up. I'll link it to you or whatever.
Yeah, mad.
We have made the decision. Our brain has already made decisions. Our brain makes decisions before we make the decision ourselves. Like, and that is tested. Like, we know for a fact.
Give me an example.
So the electrical impulse in our brain goes off and is sent before we have made the decision itself. Before we have come to before we have consciously aware of the fact that we have made a decision.
Far out.
So that's there as well.
That is some like major inception shit.
That being said, there are still something you can watch. Sam Harris and Daniel Dennett debating free will. That's good to watch. Daniel Dennett believes that we do have free will, or the free will that he calls free will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter though, because it feels like to me I have autonomy, and it feels like I have control over my actions.
But do you?
I think I probably don't, but I don't think it matters.
It's a bit. I actually reckon it might be a combination of the two.
Yeah,
because like I was saying the other night, when you're a child, your timeline possibility is expansive. It is almost infinite. Because you have all this infinite potential of what you can do in your life. Yeah. And it's eventually when you die, it gets whittled down into one timeline.
But can you prove that? With determinism though? Yeah. There's only one way for anything to ever happen ever.
Yeah. So, but even when I say it like that, there's these potential timelines are all hypothetical. They're all they're not real. Until you see the timeline happen, how can you prove that anything else was supposed to happen? You can't. Which is the whole thing.
But with the determinism view, I'm pretty sure there's only one timeline ever.
For you personally, or in
everything ever in the universe that ever happens can only happen in one way ever.
Yeah.
That's what determinism is.
In other timelines, does it? Like
the other timelines aren't a thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
They don't exist. There is only one timeline ever. And in that scenario, we are literally just puppets. This
controlled by astrology.
This is the other thing. Yeah, astrology. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing, even if we don't have free will and everything is predetermined,
Yeah.
I still don't think that is a good reason to be upset about, like, our lives and stuff, about the fact that we don't have autonomy. Even if you accept that we don't and we know it's true.
Yeah.
Is it still not better to view and have conscious experience in a way that we don't have autonomy over it than have none at all? Like, I would still prefer to be alive and just, like, have, like, what... It's like a movie. You just watch it. You just watch it happen. I'd still prefer that than to not be alive at all.
It's almost like those books, choose your own adventure books.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're reading the book, but you can choose the timelines and the ways you go about, like Bandersnatch.
Yeah.
Like you press like you just press the button, and whatever button you press affects the outcome of the story that you watch.
Yeah.
So like it is a bit of that, and it's also a bit of determinism.
But
that's just my hypothesis.
But again, there's also the like quantum physics and stuff comes into it, because there's a bit of uncertainty in the quantum
in the
realm
nature
and
of
stuff
space time.
Yeah. There's like different probabilities about atoms and particles being in different places at different times.
Yeah.
And there's a certain probability, like, and it's not always absolute, and it's not always determined. So that could somehow how that interacts with our brain and like consciousness. Maybe that could influence free will, and we don't have the determinism coming into it as much. You know. But
You know
that shit we do not know much about.
Yeah.
You know,
Can you imagine when we figure that? Do you reckon we'll eventually figure out everything there is to know? Or do you reckon there's a filter that kills all humanity or intelligence before that?
I reckon.
Because that could easily be what the forbidden fruit of good and evil is.
Yeah.
Just the knowledge of everything.
We get too much knowledge, and then
like the God apple.
Ultimate knowledge would be both a superpower and a burden. Because if you have ultimate knowledge, then you can predict the future.
And if you can predict the future, there's only one thing to go to.
Maybe.
In most scenarios.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like
is that even a good thing?
Yeah.
Were we just better off hunting and gathering,
rooting in the bushes?
Yeah.
And
honestly,
eating mushrooms.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Shout out to Terrence.
Growing some chuff.
Cheers, Tez.
Yeah.
Stone date, man.
But honestly, like, we might have been.
Well,
better off.
I don't know about better off, but I definitely think that the smaller the population of the community that you live in, the better life you'll have. Because all those people, they were all self-sufficient in the way that they could operate in smaller communities. Right now, we're heavily dependent on each other.
Oh, yeah.
And the only thing, like I was telling you the other day, the only thing in common that you have with anybody in your geographical area is that you have the same geographical area. And that's just kind of fucked. So what I want to do is go off the grid, do some Roy shit, do some Rick and Morty Roy shit.
Yeah.
Yo, he's taking Roy off the grid.
Yeah.
Self-sufficient community.
Yeah.
Bish bash bosh. That'll be tight.
Yeah.
And if you're still watching the podcast right now, send me a DM and I'll lick your taint. And you fuck with that. We'll make a little group.
You can. That's entry to the community.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Taint licking.
Yeah.
It's the process. It's the initiation. We had a PA tickle his taint. Yeah. Oi, Hamish Woolley, get on the podcast, you little gronk. Just come on. Bro, you know he got...
Man, what if he's saying the exact same thing now in his podcast? Frank Carbone.
He doesn't even follow me.
What a fuck. Hamish?
Yeah, I don't know. He's a bit ambivalent towards me. I don't know. I think I rubbed him the wrong way.
Maybe he's cancelled.
On many occasions.
Maybe he's cancelled.
I reckon Hamish is a mad cunt, but he's just to go through a little bit of a process of growth before we can experience his mad cuntness at its full capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely not insecurity.
Yeah, he's good at playing the fool. He's the king of playing the fool. You know the baby steps of playing the fool is just asking dumb questions. Asking questions.
Yeah.
That's why I love fucking critical thought. Because all it is just being not scared to ask questions.
Bro, you know what else is bad? Like, I don't know, I think... I hear a lot of scientists talk about this, but like the curiosity in kids. Like, everyone can play it down, but it's actually profound.
Oh my God.
When a kid asks, why is the sky blue?
Yeah.
Or like, why is this green?
Yeah.
That's not a stupid question.
Oh fuck no.
That's actually a profound question.
But if I was to ask that,
like in their head, they're like, how? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like that, it's a scientific question as well.
Oh yeah, big time.
I reckon a lot of parents would just be like, stop being stupid.
Brush them off.
Yeah, but you have to foster that.
Nah, fuck.
Foster that curiosity.
Yeah, big time.
You know, and like, you have to have that throughout your entire life.
Yeah.
Like, just natural curiosity about things. Yeah.
It is a trait of a higher IQ individual, I would say.
Yeah. Well, it's just not taking... Because, like, we live in, like...
A society.
It's so easy just to take everything and just, like, alright, I've been taught this is, like, a... Alright, the sky's blue, we have clouds.
Just because.
I live on this earth. I don't know, we breathe in oxygen. But, like, how does that all work?
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's just easy to live in the world where... Because that's all we need to survive. We're taking the amount of information that we need just to survive.
To live in the present moment.
But then, to live in that present moment. But, like, then going that extra step further and fucking, like, I don't know, asking those extra questions.
That's has been the foundation of, like, all the best things in humanity and all the worst things. Because it's the foundation of building all these massive civilizations to... Because at the end of the day, like... When you build a massive civilization, like Melbourne, if you build a big city... At the end of the day, you're going to have so many people. The amount of information, just pure information that would be like that's why Google is so powerful.
Yeah.
People are putting their thoughts into a little search query bar and it's getting sent to somewhere and it's being housed in one big mainframe.
Yeah.
And people are literally seeing the whole, every thought of every human in a
collated.
Collated, right?
Yeah.
What we're
anything the internet has to offer.
What we're feeling. Oh. Yeah. Google glasses, mate. Get the glasses on.
Fuck it. Yeah.
We
got to distance ourselves from that, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want it.
I honestly think it's going to be like the injected therapies in that regard. Like, you're going to be forced to live in virtual reality or AR, and you're going to be at a massive disadvantage otherwise. So, like, go to, like...
Would you... So, I know you don't want to do it. Would you ever, like, yield?
Yeah. I would, but I don't think it's... I think I would at least try not to before I would be like, okay, I can't do that.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing with
Bro, but it's just such a sad existence, bro.
But what is the difference between existence now and that one?
Because I don't actually get to, like, see people in real life.
What is real life? Who is the real Tom?
No. But you have to...
How do you know we're not in a fucking... How do you know when we go to sleep, our player just logs off and does something else with his time? Or her time? Or their time?
Nah, you can't just say that, though.
I know, I'm just...
Okay, I guess, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, that doesn't change anything with, like... When I speak to you...
Yeah.
In person...
Yeah.
That is, like, categorically different...
Over internet. Yeah.
To me doing it on the internet.
Why?
Through, like,
Why?
some... Well, because it's...
I agree with you. I actually don't know why.
What if it became... No, because I was just thinking about it, like, as humans, like... We would have, like, different responses, emotional responses to, like, seeing skin.
Yeah.
Like, having the light on our face and shit like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. But if you actually had, like, a direct fucking simulation, then it wouldn't... Maybe it could be the exact same.
Exact same, man.
It could honestly be the exact same.
That's what Elon Musk says when he says that the probability that we live in a simulation is, whatever he said, like 1,000,000 to 1 or something. Because we're literally heading there right now. The metaverse is our escape from the reality that we don't like.
I'm still not entirely compelled by Elon Musk's argument.
Nah, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying I can see the rationale.
Because, I don't know. He's a lot smarter than me, so maybe I just can't understand it. But
is he though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or did he just play the fool more times than you, and has more experience?
Yeah. No, he actually is a smart man though.
Yeah, he is smart.
He's.
I think everybody has the capacity. Like, you would easily be able to do that, and I would.
Elon.
Yeah.
What he's done.
Yeah. Nah. He's just wired in a certain way that makes him hyper productive. And also, it's just his wiring. You can reconfigure yourself in certain ways, but it wouldn't be you.
I wouldn't want to do it.
You wouldn't want to because it's not you. But I'm saying you still could do it.
Maybe potentially.
Do you reckon that's toxic, thinking that you can do literally anything?
Yeah, it's because it's not true.
Because, like, if I have children, I will teach them that they can do anything.
Could you make the NBA right now?
Yes.
You couldn't.
I could.
There is a small chance, but it is not worth thinking about.
There is a small chance that I could make it.
Yeah.
So therefore I could.
But it's almost to the point where I don't think you actually could.
It's very, very, very small.
I don't even know if the chance is. I don't even know if it's there at all.
Ask anybody before YouTube boxing. Ask Jake Paul.
Could you be a
professional boxer?
Yeah.
Could you fight Floyd Mayweather?
Okay.
All you have to do is manipulate the world.
Yeah, for you to get there, it would be a manipulation. Yeah. It wouldn't be based on skill or merit.
Fuck you. It would be based on skill and merit. Of my manipulation of the situation.
But then you can always say, it technically is possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
not by the traditional route.
Because remember, even by the traditional route, maybe you could just get fucked at shooting. Yeah. Maybe you could just become a machine.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I could still become a professional skater, bro.
Yeah.
If I put another... if I really wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so something like that.
Yeah.
That's actually realistic. Because you have skated before.
Yeah.
You're good at skating.
Yeah.
And
somewhat.
Yeah. So, like, you could have the route to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of it's just being honest, being with yourself, self-aware, self-awareness. That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
Like, being aware of what you think you actually can achieve, what you can't, and then saying, all right, now I know I need to believe myself because I think I actually can do it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to push myself to do it.
Yeah.
And then also being like...
But I love that, though.
Yeah.
Like, belief. Even when all the odds are against your favour.
But...
that's pretty much...
But blind belief is also bad.
Yeah.
Because if there's blind belief, you can just go in the wrong direction.
Tom, as a rule of thumb, you're not a fan of blind belief. Like, and it shows
you,
as
a rule of thumb. Yeah, I'm not.
Religion, blind self-belief. And it's justified.
Yeah.
But I think if you wanted to really do something, you could use blind belief to your advantage, and it would you would destroy the competition.
But I think I could do it also in a way which is not blind. Like, if I actually...
But if somebody else were to interact with it and see that you're trying to build a mansion by yourself in the first day, and all you have is like a cement thing that you bob the builder, they would see nothing except... and the only thing they could see is your belief. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, to the outside perspective...
it looks like blind belief. Yeah. But yeah.
But what's the difference?
Because
unless you get there,
it
would be blind belief. True. So you only know unless you succeed. And the only way you can succeed is by giving 100%.
No, but it's also dependent on, like, just the probability. Like, you can make some general assumption about the probability of it.
Yeah, for sure. That's why gambling is
yeah.
Odds. The odds are in your favour.
May the odds... Nah.
Hermione?
Should
we just shout out everyone ever?
Yeah. Nah, let's shout out just some OGs.
Some OGs? OGs?
Number one.
The biggest grub of Mexico.
Yeah.
I actually found a fucked grub in Mexico once.
What? Like a person?
Nah, I'm joking. A grub. You know what a grub is?
Just Mexican grub. Dead City say, nah, she has some serious chompers on it. I'll say that.
You can't say that.
If you want something to crack it like a coconut,
if you lose your Christmas nutcracker.
We don't need to build... The industry does need to catch up. We've already found biology for that.
We need some biomimicry there.
It's one, yeah. We actually do need some biomimicry.
How far away do you reckon travel to other celestial bodies is? In terms of, like, maybe Occupy Mars or some shit like that.
To Mars?
Because after last night, it's like a lot more...
Anything within our solar system. No, but see, even last night, that's not that big. We have had satellites...
I think it's huge.
We have had satellites around our Earth. Well, it's still big, but it's not new.
Why are they reflecting light, though?
Mate, I think he might have just done it on... It could be because they are much closer
than we think.
Than the previous satellites. It's maybe something to do with that.
I was like, why
their orbit might be a bit closer than the other satellites. I'm not sure.
Got you.
I could be wrong though.
But also,
or they have a light on them. I don't know.
Yeah, might just be that.
Elon's just like, fuck it.
Yeah. It actually is pretty good advertising.
Yeah, it's
best advertising.
It's in the sky.
It's like
what else goes in the night sky?
What else, bro? As humans, we've just been looking up our entire it's fundamentally like amazing for us to even see like things moving. It's like based on last night's experience. But I reckon one day our perception of time of space travel will instantly change based on our knowledge, our higher knowledge of wormholes and space-time.
Okay.
Because what if you can manipulate... Why? Because what is a black hole?
A black hole. It's a star that has collapsed. A black hole is literally just so much mass put into one singular
density,
point.
Right?
And the gravitational pull is so strong that light cannot even escape. That's what a black hole is.
Stephen Hawking have something to do with
Hawking radiation?
Yeah.
So Hawking, it was always hypothesized that nothing could leave a black hole.
Yeah.
But Hawking radiation, there is some type of radiation which is emitted from a black hole.
Yeah. So didn't that ultimately prove, right, that maybe wormholes are a fucking thing that you can take to travel huge, vast
wormholes.
expanses.
Wormholes are different.
Are they different than black holes?
Yeah, because a black hole is just a star that's collapsed on itself.
Okay.
Wormhole is when there is some type of gravitational... Because of gravitational influences, space-time bends.
Yeah.
And...
It's almost like a folding of like a mitochondria.
It's like... Because you think of space-time as like a surface and somehow it's bent. So you can go through it.
Because it's all time, right? It's time as well as space.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, that's interstellar, and that's also...
it's just because
Space Odyssey.
Our perception of time is... We're like, on Earth, we don't perceive time and space as the same thing.
No, they're not the same thing. I'm saying that we can't perceive time as a physical dimension.
Well, no, we don't perceive... It's hard for us to perceive this, like, the space-time continuum. The fabric of space-time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, because we just don't see it like that.
Yeah. We can't. Yeah. We're 3D, and time is the fourth dimension.
And gravity is the thing that can warp the fabric of space-time. Why do you think my phone drops?
Yeah.
Because the gravity...
Drop test.
Yeah. Decent case, guys. My phone, like, when my phone drops, the reason it drops is because there is a fabric of space-time, almost like a ramp.
Yep, created by
the gravitational pull of the Earth and the gravitational attraction between my phone.
Isn't it our solar system as well? Just like...
there's gravitational attraction between anything with mass.
Yeah.
That's what gravity is.
Yeah.
It's just gravity is the attraction between mass. Yeah. So there's gravitational attraction between my phone and this microphone here as well.
It's not as strong. Yeah.
But it's just not as strong because the mass is so different. Yeah. And like the reason why my phone is pulled towards the Earth is because
what if we had figured out a way of creating some sort of particle, whatever you want to call it, that interacts with space-time in such a way that we can create almost like a rift or like a portal, and we can go to like places that we haven't even dreamed of.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty portal gun shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Can you imagine? That would change our... We wouldn't need rockets anymore. We would just press a little button create a little...
That's some fuck shit.
What if that's just CERN?
CERN. No,
they smash particles together?
The Hadron Collider.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Fucking... it's probably not, though.
Yeah. It's just... what actually is it? They're just trying to find new elements?
They do a lot of high energy experiments there. Yeah, so... they do like finding new elements and stuff like that, but... I don't know.
Like, what is the ultimate... I feel like that's literally what they're doing. They're trying to either figure out a way to transcend time or lots of space. Yeah,
but it's just a way for them to understand a lot of different types of experiments. A lot of different types of physics can be done.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things that can be found out.
Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to operate.
Because what it is, like, they have that. What it is, it's just like you're getting particles to go at such an at speed close to the speed of light. Yeah. And then you're colliding. Yeah. So it's just getting them that energy.
Fuck. So would that be simulating what it would be like if they were traveling really, really fast, and therefore, like, simulating what they would do?
It's not even simulating. It's literally doing it.
Yeah. Well,
it's happening.
It's like a closed environment.
Yeah. Exactly.
In space, it would be like,
and they can measure it as well.
Yeah. Craziness. Crazy.
That shit's cool.
Would you go to Mars if it was available? Not even Mars, just off-world on some Elysium shit.
If it was relatively safe and...
But you couldn't go back because you won't be able to.
Nah, cause bro, we are made for this Earth.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know what anyone thinks, but like, no matter what other star system you want to go to, any other planet, I can tell you, it will not
be the same.
Be as good as Earth.
Yep.
Because...
so you're saying even if the ship was sinking, you'd go with the ship? You'd like...
Nah. I wouldn't... Oh, maybe, bro. Honestly, I might.
Yeah.
I reckon I might sink with the ship, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of us won't have the choice.
Because that if I feel connected to anything, it's the Earth.
Yeah, big time.
And the people and beings on it.
Yeah, fuck it.
The little chickens I eat.
Yeah, yummy.
Torture.
You know, I really want to interview Vegan Booty, bro. I've been pestering her on email.
Bro, you need to get her on. Maybe she's cancelled you.
She probably just has.
Yeah. She probably saw.
It's like the second time I've asked. I said on the Visual podcast. I was like,
sure.
Should I make a clip out of this?
Yeah.
Get me on your podcast.
Yeah.
No, come on.
Come
man.
on,
like,
Vegan Booty.
Give one. Just give me the clout. That's all I want. Nah, I'm joking. I want to talk about, eating animals.
Well, yeah, you're a vegan as well.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Loves McFlurry, though.
Loves
a Tim Tam.
Yeah, look, we cheat. We really do cheat.
Yeah, what do you reckon about that, though? Like, Do you reckon it's important? Actually, no. Peter Singer.
Yep.
Alright, moral philosopher.
Yep.
And he's like, he widely started the fucking animal rights movement, you know?
Yeah.
And he's a huge, like, activist for animals, and he's fucking vegan as well.
Yep.
He used to eat fish, though.
Really?
So he's not, because of his moral philosophy,
Yeah.
he's not, like, an absolutist, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's
like,
not bound to his...
He's not bound to it.
Yeah.
Because he's able, like, he understands in some scenarios, it's better morally for him to eat fish than to not eat it.
Why?
So he was describing examples when he would
As in
be...
if it's already dead?
Yeah, no, so, like, if he was at a dinner party, and someone had offered him fish for a meal, sometimes he will...
Because it will get eaten anyway?
Yeah. It would, and also to do with the fact that the amount of torture that fish go through is not as much compared to other animals.
It's harder to...
So he's weighing it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I reckon that's also super important. Not having that absolute...
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
being able to...
Extremism is bad.
Yeah. Because, you know what it comes down to?
What?
Like, idealism. And because, that's... Yeah. Like, it's very hard for me to deal with, like, absolutes.
Yeah.
You know what I
it's
mean?
because
Because it's never like that.
they're like black holes.
Yeah,
They just disappear into nothingness.
It's never like that. It's never, like, fully one way or the other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The sky's not always blue.
It's never fully one... Bro, see? Even just what I just said then. It's never fully one way or the other.
But that's
Except sometimes it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But then that in itself is like...
Yeah, paradoxical.
It's paradoxical.
Fucking hell, man.
There you go. We can't say much.
I would, yeah.
That's what I know.
Truly,
There's
objectivity.
There's much that I can truly... There's not much that I can truly say.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's all I can realise.
Fuck. Crazy.
But that's what makes it good.
That's kind of like the
You wouldn't want to know it all, man.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the... I forgot what I was gonna say.
Because then there's nothing to know.
Yeah, there's nothing left. Unless you like wake up.
That thing feels mid.
Unless the plant.
Yeah,
Come on, bro. I'm vegan, bro. Come on.
this little
Don't
cunt.
fuck the plant. Nah. What is it? Aloe?
I reckon it might be, bro.
Yeah.
It feels mid.
Yeah. Okay. A bit of taste test. Yeah, we're gonna have a solar eclipse in like 4 days.
December 4th. I remember you
December
telling me.
4th,
What's
yeah.
going to happen?
I'm gonna upload my video, so go watch it. The protest video. If you're
protest
still here
video.
and you're not watching my video, like you're a dead cunt. We've been here for 2.5 hours. What are you doing?
You got to watch it.
Just go and. They literally
Just-
fucking
just-
spent
just
2.5
go
hours
do it.
watching this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Someone has.
And if you're
I'm gonna throw the
gonna,
fucking aloe at you.
and if you're watching this and you don't like Frank, just cancel him.
Just fucking do one of these.
Yeah.
Throw up your gang signs.
Throw up your gang signs, man.
Should we wrap up?
Yeah, I reckon that's pretty decent.
Done.
Unless there's any more pressing topics,
Just I guess usually on the potties I just say get the guests to talk about
whatever I want to talk about.
what they see themselves doing in 10 years or like where they see themselves in the next bit of manifestation, bit of a journal.
Because I feel like I'm not that type of guest.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. But
yeah,
how do you want to end it?
I don't know. Okay, my views for the future.
Yeah.
I can give you something.
Yeah. Let's split out.
I don't know. I honestly, most important thing is just that thing I said before, like that takeaway. Like if I can say to myself that honestly just get better,
do better
at living in that way where like you understand that each day is just a gift.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it literally is.
Yeah,
Like it's not something you should take for granted.
Alright, see, listen, yeah.
Yeah.
That is literally one of the fundamental teachings of religion that most people that follow the religion don't even fucking understand. So it's like...
But it's because the religion in itself devalues. It's paradoxical.
It does.
Because if you're saying you have that,
does.
then you can't have... It doesn't work.
I should say spirituality.
Yeah, okay, spirituality.
Yeah.
For sure.
Gratitude is the
Yeah,
biggest.
just the gratitude. For
Like
it.
the highest
But
vibration.
it's not even... Because I feel like a lot of people can get into gratitude just for the sake of gratitude because it's undue. And like, that's a thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, but actually realising... Like, you need to realise that you should have the gratitude. And the way that you realise is through knowing how you got here.
Yeah.
That's why it's important.
Yeah,
That's why it's important to know the history.
Yeah.
Like, to know this, like, the history of our universe, how we came to be.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that makes you realise, alright, it's actually very low chance I'm going to be here. It's all luck. And then that's what can, like, give me the gratitude, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, last question.
Yeah, man.
If you, by hook or by crook, were bestowed with the, would I say, the the privilege of being a public figure, would you reject it, or would you? And not to say like either thing you choose is fine, right? You don't have a moral obligation to do anything for anyone. But would you take it up, or would you leave it?
What do you mean by public figure? Do you consider yourself a public figure on the path you're going?
I think I will.
You're becoming a public figure.
I think I will. I think everybody is.
Yeah, that's
it's just to what degree.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely. But I honestly I also understand that when you get to a certain point, responsibility becomes a huge burden, and I think it would become too much of a burden.
Some Spider-Man shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You become too powerful, too famous, too much of something. Yeah. I think it would come to a point where that's not the life that I would want to live.
Yeah.
Because then, then, if I matter too much, if you matter too much, you're under the if people place too much value on you, then what you do matters too much, and that's not even a good thing.
Nah, that's false godhood, bro.
Yeah, because you don't. Yeah. And then it just becomes too hard just to do normal things.
Yeah, that's why I say I'm not trying to get. I know Instagram phrases it in a way of where people follow you. I'm not trying to get people to follow me.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody who is in leadership positions really does want that.
Yeah. But
you still fucking retarded.
But I still but it's still being in a position. What do we call it? Position of power. No,
just public figure.
Public figure. Yeah, being a public figure. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's you can make it very beneficial. Especially with the internet today.
Bro, Danny or fucking anyone.
Once
put on their story who's got a this. Hit me up.
Yeah.
You have it in the next 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
It's just about making sure that you handle it in the right way.
Justly.
In the right way.
Morally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, if you want to, you can just not become a public figure. Depending on how big you were.
You could just resign, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
Many people have done it.
Yeah.
Fake my death. I'll do that. That'd be sick. Just pull a media stunt, fake my death, come back 2 years later. Imagine if we were talking about this in the car.
Virgil.
Imagine if XXX Tentacion just came back.
Just comes back
tomorrow.
That'd be bro, that'd be the best market. Nah, imagine if Tupac just comes back in 20 years.
Yeah, I think
it's real old cunt. He's just I'm Tupac now. No. Yeah. Each decade I'm gone. No.
Alright, wrapped it.
Yeah,
GG.
That's it.
Good shit, bro.
GG.
I love ending on the Tupac. It's Tupac shit. Because you know who originally said that?
Who?
When I said, whoever's watching this can have the idea that will spark them to do the thing that, to figure it out. That was a Tupac thing.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Bloody oath.
Fucking oath, man. Let it rip. How good is that? The
that
sun's
Bro, that was actually just fresh just to sit down and have a good chat about
Oh
this
my
shit, bro.
god, gee. Alright,